I'm so fucking stoked to watch these ladies fucking jiggling in front of us.
Did you call,
Oh, man.
You got some ladies coming up here?
No, the fucking volleyball tee tomorrow, baby. Volleyball tournament.
All right.
Signed us up. We got to do some, we've been stuck in here for fucking, 4 days now? We got to get some sun.
Hurricane's over?
Hurricane's over.
Oh, man, I've been fucking ripped.
Volleyball is on. Dan, let's work on your spikes.
Okay. Toss me the ball.
You don't toss a volleyball.
Excellent. All right, Kron.
Here, I'll
Set it up. Set it up.
Dan, I'm gonna volley the ball
basketball.
to you. I'm gonna volley it to you.
It's a basketball.
You would dribble a basketball. You fucking idiot.
All right, here we go. Here's a set.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to hit it when it comes down.
You told me
you can't just watch it fall to the ground.
You have to throw it up so I can spike it.
That's
No
what the
one's gonna
set
Throw the
is.
spike.
No one's gonna throw the ball to you in the game.
I don't.
Kron, try it again.
All right. Here's another set.
Better.
Did I bloody your nose?
Well, you grunted and then you swung right past the ball. So,
It's better. It was a better attempt.
The attitude is
It was
there.
bad, but it was better than before.
Oh, you pissing me off.
Hello?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Hello?
Who booked this place?
Is this the lady you are bringing over, Buns?
That's a fucking... There's somebody at the door. Hello?
I hear you murmuring.
There's an old lady outside, guys.
How do we know it's a lady? All right, this is fucking...
Yeah,
my
don't-
Hello?
Could just
Don't assume gender, Dan.
could be a young dude.
I'm opening
Hold on,
the door.
ma'am.
Be
Sir,
nice.
person, sorry. Can we help you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you please keep it down? I'm so tired. You've been making so much noise. I'm next to you, and you've made so much noise. I just want to sleep, please, before Jeopardy comes on later. I have got to get a wink in, and it is not happening with you guys. All the smashing and crashing.
It's 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's 3:00.
Jeopardy's on at 4:30. You see my issue.
I've been passed out for days. I don't
Yeah,
need no
we've been-
noise, lady.
I normally I would agree, man, but there's like been a hurricane for a week and we're stuck. Like, this is a resort.
I gotta get tan.
Yeah.
Finally, a moment of peace, and then the slamming and the TV so loud at all hours. Please, I'm begging you.
Dan, I think we ought to show this lady what we've been working on, just so she's got a frame of reference.
Yeah, if we show you what we're working on, maybe that would, like, you'd appreciate the noise.
Guys, should we?
I'm so tired. Make it quick, please.
All right, here comes the set.
Ow, my breast!
You nailed her right in the boob, dude.
I thought you hit her in the stomach, but I guess she's... You sagging, ma'am? I'm
I'm
sorry.
a woman of a certain age. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. I don't want to touch that ball now.
Here's your ball back, boys.
She seems like
slimy.
she's got a.
How long have you been in this hotel, man?
Why is it slimy?
Well, how long's the hurricane been going?
About 4 days.
She's turning red. I think she liked it.
Now, I've been waiting.
Dan, we ought to...
It's been years since a gentleman hit her with a volleyball like that.
It's true.
Dan,
I
we
must
oughta-
admit, I'm feeling a little something. But please, all I'm asking is for some quiet and less thumping and maybe some humping.
I mean,
Oh.
Listen, you know
Dan,
what?
I think you're
Kron's
going to get
the
some
youngest.
action.
Kron's
It's
the
on the
youngest.
table. It's on the table.
All right, we'll keep you in mind. We'll try to keep it down, man.
I don't see
but-
anyone else around.
No, like,
What, I'm not good enough for you?
I think we were...
I think she's calling us out.
We were in a different mode altogether. I mean, I don't...
We haven't had a
fuck
chance.
is
There's been a
this?
hurricane.
I hear you horny boys through the wall.
Oh,
well,
we
we've
can get...
had our bathroom chances. It's just got to keep the
Plus,
pipes clean.
that was
for the
private
ladies.
time,
yeah,
ma'am.
That was.
You think I didn't notice the hole you made, burrowing into my room, reaching through, grasping for things in the night? You're reaching for sin. I know what you're doing.
Nope, I'm not admitting to that. I'm not playing.
Well, and Dan likes the vibrating bed because it helps him fall asleep.
Oh,
it's
me
more of
too.
like a
Is that good on your joints, man?
Oh, it's the best. And I have a whole physio belt I bought off the TV at 3 a.m.
So you're up at 3 a.m., but you want to sleep at 3 p.m.
This is my problem with your daytime noise.
This lady's schedule is crazy, dude.
Off the rails.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You get to my age, you'll understand.
Look, we got to practice.
Yeah, are you in the volleyball tournament tomorrow?
I'm the ref.
We're fucked.
Shit.
She probably owns this place.
I tell you what, how about we try to come to an understanding here? We got something we got to watch. I think it'd be about a half an hour.
Okay.
Maybe an hour and a half. Probably get you to Jeopardy. And
Oh.
if anything's going to keep us quiet, it's Thunder in Paradise.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. Normally, this is a video store podcast where we take turns picking a flick that we think meets a fun, non-genre specific category. But we're not doing that. This is round 2 of what we're calling the box set, where we watch every single episode of Thunder in Paradise. I'll be 1/3 your host tonight. My name's Kron. Joined as always by...
1/4, Kron.
Yeah, I guess host is in like running through the plot.
Oh, okay.
I'll get
I'm putting
there.
a lot on him.
I am Kron. Talking out of order, as always, is Bones and Laundry Dan.
Howdy.
What's up?
And joined for this very special occasion, the one and only Dustin Krefft, DK.
Good evening. What up?
What's up, buddy?
Great to have you.
I'm so glad to be here and to be specifically talking about Thunder in Paradise. This is incredible. I've been legitimately looking forward to this all week. Let's do it.
Now, DK, you watched all of this show before in your lifetime.
When it was on, yes. I mean, you know, I think the movie played more often than anything else. The quote movie, the first 2 episodes, but yeah, I think I've seen the whole show. I'm fairly certain it's at some point it's all been in front of my eyes. I'm just so happy that you guys are doing this. This you're doing a service to humanity.
Did it?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, did it all come back to you as
That's
you were watching
Exactly
these
what
3
I was going to
episodes?
ask. Yeah.
A couple of things from specifically the second episode that we watched. Technically episode 4, I guess that would be. But there were so many things from the first episode that stuck with me so weirdly, like very vividly, like the breathing in the bag from the first episode was like, it blew my mind at the time. I couldn't believe it. And I remember being it was so tense and so scary. Like, they are going to die. I'm going to witness death for the first time. This is it. So it really worked for a young man like me at the time. And I watched it with my best friend, Matt, who originally was going to join me and couldn't. But this was our let's hang out, make a salami sandwich, and watch Thunder in Paradise in my basement or in his room. It was so good.
Now, Dan's been telling us this whole time that Monday Night Raw came on right after this. So
They
is
were
that
connected.
true?
They were connected, yeah.
What, do you think I fucking lie?
No.
I don't know. I gotta check up on you, dude.
Plus, so many wrestlers in the show, and it was just so related to wrestling at the time. It was just it was a match made in heaven.
And I truly think it depended on where you lived, because I'm pretty sure I would see this like on Fox on Saturday randomly, and then on TNT randomly. So that syndication shit is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Lest we blow over this, Kron, not to take the intro away from you, but what a fantastic theme you made for us, DK.
Oh,
I hope working with you anytime like creatively has always been such a joy, because you do like 90% of like what I need. I think I sent you maybe like 5 seconds of an audio like, hey, change this, and what you did was even better. So thank you so much for that. It was my pleasure. It was an incredible turnaround.
I'm very, very happy to do it. I was always meant to do that theme. I looked up what the theme was because it was a little fuzzy, and I was kind of surprised by how sort of down tempo it is. It's a little too, we're hanging out on the beach. It's a little too chill.
It's a little too Jimmy Buffett.
And I thought it needed a little bit more, Hollywood Hogan, basically. It needed a more rocket launchers and explosions and fire.
I wonder if there was a tendency to like maybe push away from like a Jan Hammer sort of Miami Vice,
I'm sure,
sort of thing too,
Mm-hmm.
And whoever was on staff for Baywatch, I'm sure probably
yes,
had a big say. What were you gonna say, Kron?
I was just gonna say the poor theme that exists for the show is probably why there was no season 2 anyway. If they had just gone a little more upbeat, they would have had it.
Yes, that's the reason.
It's the only reason that I can think of.
I don't know. I think they need more girls running on the beach.
Mm-hmm. For like 7 minutes without any words being spoken.
The majority of the credits, the closing credits, is just jiggle.
As with last week, I let the thing autoplay because I was in such a nostalgia coma. Just prepare yourself for episode 6, which is the next movie that they put out. I think it's 8 or 9 minutes of just women at a resort. So,
can we rent a theater and play the first movie? Would you guys do that with me?
Yeah.
That would be so good.
I would have loved to see it in something other than like 240p.
If we could find like a good quality of it, that would be oh my God. I would be there.
I'd just love to see who show up.
The freaks. The nasties.
Terry Boella.
Let's do
my friend Matt's dad.
Do a road show, right? Do like 4 or 5 cities, different episodes each city. Open it up. DK can play some music.
Are we getting paid for this?
No, this is all. It's all free.
You're burning vacation days. For
like this podcast, it's going to cost us.
It's a public service, Dan.
Yeah, no, I'm not going.
We're giving back.
No, I'm not going.
We could just reenact the episodes.
Do you guys ever get like
Any
a nostalgia?
Money?
No, a nostalgia sadness. Like I don't know how else to describe it.
Like as in you're sad, or there's too much of it going on.
As in, particularly stuff from the mid '90s, and then also stuff from the UK, like '80s UK, puts me in such this odd headspace.
Oi,
yeah, oi. The UK stuff is always like, oh, I was supposed to be there. Like, I'm supposed to live in that era, in that climate. But 90s TV, Baywatch, Thunder in Paradise, puts me in such of like a... I was trying to just like randomly lamenting in bed to my wife about it because she's like, why are you sad after every time you watch this?
You're weeping.
Because I love it. But it makes me think about like the life that I didn't live in a way. It makes me think about this like transitional 10-year-old who didn't know anything and didn't have a ton of friends, but like
you wish you co-owned a boat and were a soldier for hire.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just
Fuck yeah.
something with like the interstitials of the show, like whenever it cuts to commercial and you would get that Thunder in Paradise card and the lady walking across.
I know what you mean exactly.
The credits, like the shot of the resort painting down and the people walking, like it's so specific. And I know it's phony, but and I'm sure it's probably something with like, well, you just hate your life so much, you are thinking that this is
What are they
incredible.
saying? Men will literally do anything besides go to therapy.
Okay.
Therapy in paradise.
Maybe you got some more deep-seated stuff going
Who knows?
on there.
Dude, in what, how many, 8 or 9 months by the time we get through this, I could be a completely different person.
He's going to be cured.
I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm just crying over Thunder in Paradise. All right.
I'll take it. What a thing to cry about.
Wish I had a brew.
Oh, goddamn. Who doesn't want a brew?
Brew?
I don't want one.
I think Brew would love a brew.
He's weird, right? Do we agree that he's weird?
Brew gets into a little trouble in some of these episodes here.
I remember loving him as a kid, thinking he was like maybe almost in some ways cooler than Hulk Hogan, but then like watching it as an adult, it's like, oh no, this guy.
I don't know. I think he's pretty cool in our first 2 episodes. I think he does some stuff that doesn't age well.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, it's sad to have watched 1 and 2 and realized the cooler Brew was the one who was fucking that boat than the one that we get in 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, no boat boners in these 3 episodes.
No, not a
The
ton
boat
of boat.
really takes a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: Chris Lemon got fucking ripped between the pilot and episode 3. He's
I was
looking
gonna
pretty
bring that
good.
up. I have a note. He looks okay next to Hogan. One's obviously Hulk Hogan, and one's obviously the other guy. But he doesn't look that. He's not distractingly unready next to Hogan, which is pretty cool. So good on him for that.
Do you think there was like a backstage, like a take it easy, brother, that stuff's for racehorses?
Here, drink this, brother.
Fucking needle sticking out of his arm.
I'm sure Hogan thought like, damn, the more like ripped he gets, the more ripped I have to get to like maintain the distance. If Brew closes the gap, maybe, I don't know, maybe we get to the end of the show and Brew's like more ripped than RJ, and that's why Hogan left. Like, can't keep up with him.
There are some moments when Hulk Hogan is wearing a Speedo and playing with his child on the beach. Where I'm like,
Oh, man.
No, you can't do that.
It's really bad.
No.
I think the term is local color, Dan.
The local color.
I bet if you go to Florida right now, you'll see that, though, Dan. Like a guy in a tiny Speedo hanging out with his kid.
Tossing a small child around on the beach.
Who he only gets on the weekends.
Every other weekend.
Well, they're at the beach because he bounces at the scuttlebutt. He's got to bring her to work.
And Brew plays. Well, we won't go there yet. No, that's the last one. Never mind.
Save it.
We'll save it.
All right, I think we should probably get into episode 3 here. Before we do, though, we're so pleased to have DK here. Please tell the folks where they can find you.
Oh, thank you. Probably the best place would just be Twitter at Dkrefft. That's DKREFFT. I talk about my stuff. I do podcasting and music and whatnots. So you can find me on there. That'd be the best.
And the incredible Nerds, Geeks in the Kitchen Sink podcast.
Well, you'd find it on there, yes.
Right.
I do that I'm not trying to not talk about it, but I also, I do. If you want to hear about the latest Marvel film or if you want to hear 2 dudes nerd out about comic books or, me yell about why Skinamarink was actually good, that's where you want to go.
All right, guys. Episode
Fun
3.
show.
It's a good show.
Good show.
Name a sticker wall.
Thank you. Oh, I see it there.
All right, we open on a scene of beach tug of war. Guys, that's
I'm sorry. Beach tugging?
yeah. Beach tugging.
You're a little frazzle dazzled there by
That
Hogan,
did
huh?
it. That did it. Beach tugging.
That's what
I'm sorry.
That's what I was doing.
What do you call it in Illinois?
That's what this episode should have been called.
Beach tugging. Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
All right, we open on a beach tug of war. Guys, that's the name of the episode. Did you piece that together?
Yeah, I got it.
It's
Tug of
subtle.
war.
It's like tar.
All right, Hulk's on one side. There are 4 pro wrestlers on the other. One of them, I think, is a heart.
It's Jimmy. Rest in peace.
Hulk's losing until Jessica decides to step in and help.
No,
All these other wrestlers, they wind up in the mud. The last guy definitely just threw himself in. He was feeling left out.
Kron, that's Jesse?
What?
That's Jesse? I'm hinting at the fact that she was recast.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you notice?
I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice that? She's way younger.
The kid is like the
Completely
D-tier
different human
character
being.
on the show.
No.
And that's not even the most egregious
I know. It's
rewrite in this thing.
Can I just, in the first episode, I don't think you guys really talked about the fact that Patrick McNee is in this. Did you guys, I don't remember you guys touching on that. For me, he's like a pretty huge guy to have. He's in one of my personal favorite Bond films. He's in A View to a Kill. He plays Tibbet, he's like the servant man of, is that the word? What is it? He's like a personal assistant. He's like the servant man. He's the butler to Roger Moore in A View to a Kill.
He works for another agency, right? For something with horse.
He's
like a horse.
To.
Yeah,
I don't think he really does. Yeah, I think he's with MI6.
Okay, I thought he was with a different organization, but it was pretending to be St. John Smythe's butler.
Smythe. Yes. Yeah. You know enough. You get it.
Yeah.
You get the pass. It's really cool to see him. He also narrated this show that I loved back in the day called Ghosts, where he would talk about, like, look at this cemetery. It's full of ghosts. Do you see them? They're everywhere. Like, he would do this voiceover, and it was like a really shitty Unsolved Mysteries, but it was only about the paranormal and ghosts. And I just always associate his voice with that. It's really cool to see McNee right at the end of his career there doing something as prestigious as Thunder in Paradise.
For sure.
All right, we cut over to a shot of Brew. He's meeting with some military guy. Seems like he's just selling out Thunder to the highest bidder, so I guess we should be glad that like a group of mercenaries didn't show up before this military guy.
This is illegal contract work on part of the government. This guy should be turned in for fraud, waste, and abuse.
Damn.
Fucking
Article 15.
Fucking narc ass.
He's out.
You don't think he's got some like clandestine cash he's able to spin?
No, this would have been a certified meeting. Not at the scuttlebutt.
Old school PowerPoint.
All right, this Navy guy, he's discussing Spence with Brew, and he says, we're also sorry to hear about Spence's wife. How did she die? He just says, yeah, she was traveling in England, driving on a foggy night, and the car in front of her stopped. Boom, she's dead. Just like that.
She turned into a werewolf.
Guys,
she went on to the Morrows.
First time I was watching this, I turned the TV off in disgust.
Yeah, you were a big fan of her.
Yeah,
particularly her clothing.
I can't remember the character's name, but she was awesome.
My note was just bombshell here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just in passing. They're just DK, did you watch 1 and 2 before 3, 4, and 5?
I did, yeah. I've been following along at home.
Were you flabbergasted by this.
This was one of those moments when I thought, have I played the wrong episode? What is happening?
What a heartbreaker.
Yeah, what a way to find out.
Was her name Megan?
I can't
Yeah,
fucking
I think so, maybe.
that sounds right.
M3GAN, I think.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
She might be back.
Hulk goes to confront Uncle Edward. And then I wrote down, what is the fucking time jump between episodes 1 and 2 and 3? Because this seems like it's a good year after.
Yeah, the
All
kid's
that
calling
shit
him
went down.
daddy. Mm-hmm. I love her now, brother.
She loves me.
And she loves me. Yeah.
We're a
Wide
happy
range.
family.
A wide range of acting here for Hogan through this whole episode.
These three, man. He's got to do a lot of work.
He gives McNee the Mean Gene treatment.
All right, so Brew and Spence are discussing the situation. Spence is torn on what to do with Jessica. He doesn't know if he should send her off to England, which is what Whitaker wants.
Oxfordshire.
Yeah. Or if he should keep her at home. They're also testing out some new stealth mode on the boat for the Navy. The Navy guy shows... Oh, shit. This is when they're, like, out actually testing it. So the boat is, like, speeding along. They're going to try out this new sonar radar thing. The Navy guy can't find Thunder on the radar. And then a weird blonde-haired psychopath emerges from the water briefly. He attaches some explosives onto the military boat.
I know that they're probably trying to be undercover, but it does seem like the cheapest possible boat for this test. And I'm sure that's like, all right, let's just gut this thing. There's nothing metal on it because when we blow it up, it's like, as you know, as easy as possible. But
one of these wasn't even really an explosion. It was just smoke. Was that the one that was just smoke?
Pretty much.
And everyone just jumps off?
We get a gargantuan explosion coming up.
Later on, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just as Thunder is driving in, the military boat explodes in what is probably just a puff of smoke. Luckily, the military guy is able to recover his floppy disk before it sinks into the ocean.
It's pretty convenient that every time they're on the water, it's only like 20 to 50 feet deep. You know, they're never like truly out in the deepness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Hogan can't hold his breath that long.
He can if he oxygenates his blood.
He didn't even do that this time. Fucker. Have you guys been doing that lately, though, since you seen it?
I've resorted now to, all right, anytime they're swimming, I'm holding my breath.
I just do it when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I can't. I've got too much. My morning routine is ridiculous. I can't add anything else.
It might help you out at the end of the day. Been sleeping better.
Okay.
I did get a Casper mattress. Thank you, Casper, for promoting this week's episode.
No purple, huh?
Why?
Shit. What?
They don't pay us. Fuck those mattresses.
Yeah, Applebee's is the only thing that pays us, dude.
Wait, what?
All right, we cut over to the next scene. Brew and Spencer at home. Are these two married at this point? I mean,
They've always lived together.
No. I wrote that down because in the first two episodes, I think Bones said they're at Hogan's pad, and I was like, I thought they just lived together, but I was like, oh, maybe they are.
I could have been incorrect because you have Brew show up. Brew could have been going to get bagels or some shit. Like,
I think he did bring some food back.
Yeah, I just took it as it was just Hogan's pad, but this to me cemented, they live together.
Okay.
They got to keep costs down, right?
I don't know. I mean, they're living together. They're cooking dinner. They're raising a child.
They're in these roles. It's 100%. They're a couple.
It's friendship.
This is at least common law marriage. I mean,
It's 2X seals and a baby, okay? Well, they got it. He's got to be making some fat cash from the scuttlebutt. There's always fucking people there.
I don't know. Bars don't make money, dude.
I've watched Roadhouse. One
Yeah,
guy
but
was
that bar-
raking them for $150 a night.
What cost does that bar have, really? It's outside.
Yeah, no heating, no cooling.
No water. But you have to work. You don't have to go have a bathroom. They don't have a bathroom. There's an ocean right there.
I've never seen Kelly accept any money. She just hands out drinks. So
That's a good point.
TK,
All right.
does the newspaper guy ever come back?
Not that I can remember. I think he's done away with. I don't remember him ever coming. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't believe so.
why would you ruin that for yourself? That's part of the joy, bro.
I
Yeah,
just
I don't-
wondered from this.
I could be so wrong. I don't believe it does, though.
I don't even want to watch 17 more episodes now, Dan. So, thanks a fucking lot, dude.
All right, this is it.
Why do you want that character to come back?
Good night, everybody.
All right,
Dan's
Spence says,
hoping for some more like voyeur sex footage.
Well, yeah, he didn't get fucking hemmed up for the crime that he committed.
oh, you want this to turn into like a
You think
I want
RJ took him
justice.
out?
we're investigating the investigators now?
I mean, Hogan doesn't
gonna
really have
pin
a
this-
problem
Who
with
watches
other
The
people
Watchmen,
watching
dude?
him fuck, though.
Yeah, we're going to pin this reporter's ass to the wall. All right, Spence says Brody, the Navy guy, wants them to dive down tomorrow and recover the gear. I think it's called like I don't know, something I don't know what even.
You're very
name.
close. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, it doesn't use traditional sonar audio technology. I think it said something with light.
But it takes a floppy.
Yeah, Spence also shows at this point that he does have the very valuable floppy disk, which he hands over to Brew.
Soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
A wet ass floppy.
My favorite kind.
You just slide that cartridge over it, give it a few blows, you'd be all right.
Hold on. Did we start with floppy and then go to hard disks?
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Either way.
And now we're in solid state, bro.
Forever
in the
solid
cloud.
state.
As Brew and Spence talk, they speculate that the only person crazy enough to have pulled off this job is Hammerhead.
What a name. I mean, if there were some Vegas bets going on of villains' names for this show, that had to be like in the top three,
It's
right?
Number
It's
one.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's probably down to that and like Stingray.
There'll be surely there will be a stingray.
Oh, there was a fucking word, what do you call it? Word cloud of just fucking cool water Florida related terms.
Kraken.
Ooh.
We cut over to Spence. He's talking to Jessica. He's floating the idea of England again. He does struggle in this scene to pronounce the word Oxfordshire.
Yes.
Jess hates this idea. She kind of storms off. We cut back over to Thunder. Spence dives to recover the gear that was lost. Brew gets a reading on the radar. Thunder identifies an incoming vessel.
Do you guys notice that Thunder had a little interior update too? It's not as open in there as the pilot. I didn't see a microwave on the wall.
Probably got some opinion cards from the viewing audience.
Boat looks small, but it was big.
Yeah.
I mean, the interior still looks too big.
It's way-
considering
It's too
the
big.
exterior.
It's too big, but not as ridiculous as the first episode.
I don't know why they have a house. They should just live in Thunder.
I don't know, man. You gotta fucking. I was gonna say they gotta compartmentalize, but they fucking live together. So
You can't raise a child on a thunderboat.
Guess you can't eat.
Challenge
can't shit where
accepted.
you eat.
Thunder identifies the incoming ship as codenamed Falcon. I don't know how the tech knows that, but it
Those
does.
boats go way back. They went to college together, boat college.
Sounded cool.
Oh God, not him.
Yeah.
This guy's a dick.
It also announces that Falcon is carrying a bunch of weapons. I think it says like 60 AK-47s at one point. Suddenly someone sneaks up on Brew. It's Jessica. She stowed away on Thunder. We see the incoming Falcon craft. It is piloted by, who else? Hammerhead. He says, RJ Spencer, welcome to my nightmare. I believe
Dan,
him.
did you say who's playing Hammerhead?
No, I didn't. He looks familiar, I will say. At first, I
thought so,
thought
too.
it was Boss.
I don't know.
but
Should he
it's
put some white paint on his face and wear a black trench coat?
Oh, is it Brandon Lee?
You thought it was Sting?
I think it is Sting.
I don't think
Is it
I don't think
fucking
it's Sting. I think he's too big to be Sting. Is that Sting?
He didn't drop down out of the rafters with
I don't
a
think
black
that's
bat.
Sting. I guess we could find out.
I mean, he was pretty neon there in the beginning.
He had those crazy eyes.
Brew contacts Spence. He lets him know about Jessica. Spence basically like has the gear almost in his hands, and he's like, "Mission aborted, brother." Like, we're leaving this shit.
Yep.
But as this is going on, Hammerhead's coming in. He shoots a rocket launcher. Brew engages the onboard minigun and shoots it down.
I like that both of the other people, their computer screens are lit up. Both of their faces are now immaculately illuminated as they search
Oh, shit. It
to
is.
who plays Adam McCall, a.k.a. Hammerhead.
It's Steve Borden.
Steve Borden,
Who
a.k.a.
is Sting.
Sting. Wow, holy shit.
Good call, dude.
Yeah, for real. Did you look it up?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck off.
I take
Bones-
that back.
Bones was holding up his action figure next to the TV and just looking back and forth.
I taped a little bat to the TV.
Dude, when we
Try
come
to
back
line
for
it up.
episode 4, your face better be fucking painted.
All the way.
Or at least the half.
Can my skin get any whiter? I don't know. I look a little pink right now. I think I'm a little flush from this wine. But,
Keep drinking it.
okay.
Spence gets back on board. They peel out, but Hammerhead's in hot pursuit. He's shooting some more missiles.
Yeah, baby.
I wonder what Thunder's going to do.
Spence engages Thunder's hyperspeed.
Is it a Stinger missile?
Nice.
They escape, but this is it. Spence has had enough. He announces, you know what, Jess, you're going to England.
Yeah, just total dick, dude.
Nah.
She did blow the mission, to be honest. I mean,
He was 5 feet from the thing underwater. He could have grabbed it.
It's every father's
It was right
dream
there.
to just be like, look, you're going to England. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. Can't do that as a dad.
She's going to come back with like a Madonna accent.
Analyze this.
oi.
And My dog's
Daddy,
married.
you need to fix the loo.
Hey, what?
Daddy.
Papa, don't preach.
I want some biscuits, yeah.
Did everybody get their Madonna tickets?
To her funeral? Or what is it?
She's going on tour.
Is she?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit, I might go. She's doing the hits.
Is she going to do the sex book?
She going to do Die Another Day?
If she does, I don't want to go.
You think she's too old to do like a virgin now? I mean,
She winks when she says it. So
oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
Hey, the lyrics are like a virgin, not I am a virgin, right?
I guess, but
Everybody says like, so it's just
Well, you got a
it doesn't mean anything. It's like,
68-year-old up there singing like a virgin. I mean, it just doesn't.
I don't think
Feels
she's
wrong.
they got that laser surgery, man. They tighten that bad boy up now. probably more relevant now than it was back in the 80s.
Oh, maybe she's like rewritten the
relevance.
lyrics to be about vagoplasty or whatever it is.
I knew that word would come up tonight.
Thanks for coming on, DK.
Yeah.
Welcome to 5 Day Rentals.
This isn't the shit you can do on Nerds Geeks, so.
We could.
You could.
Bullshit.
I could.
If you guys had a chance, you know you'd take it with Madonna.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
Very informative.
Gotta be a skilled lover. I mean, you couldn't pass it up.
I think that's the best compliment you've ever gave a woman.
Mm-hmm. All right, we cut over to Jess. She's sadly packing her possessions while Hulk angrily lifts weights.
Those look like 45s, dude. It looks like bro is military pressing behind the neck 405. Even on a Smith machine, that's fucking gnarly. So I'm guessing, I want to believe that that's correct, but I'm guessing that those are probably set weights. Those aren't actually 45s.
You better
cool.
believe now.
What I liked about this scene was that Brubaker does like surprise karate before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
He's
To
like, "Gotta do
accentuate
one
his
move."
point.
Yeah.
Dinner's getting cold.
I did love the Seagal, like, fucking Taekwondo samurai shit up on the wall, too.
Yes.
I hope we see more of their dojo.
Yeah, Brew comes in, asks to discuss the situation. Spence said there's not going to be any discussion. He's decided. Brew does angrily break a board on his way out to emphasize his anger.
How can he lift weights without Godsmack? That's really... That was off mic, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Nobody's listening.
But I'm sure the people that listen to this podcast know exactly what you're talking about. So, Kelly, the Cabana girl, talks to Brew. She can't believe they're doing this to Jess. But wouldn't you know it, Hammerhead arrives on shore.
Why don't they just give the kid to Kelly?
They pretty much do, right?
Well, I think
In terms of responsibility.
Spence adopted her, right? But Whitaker is her uncle, so I guess they have more of a claim over her than a random bar worker.
Whitaker has a good point. Like, you two are ex-Navy SEALs for hire for anything. Like,
He says, you gallivant around the globe in that boat of yours.
The line he says, "Criminals who want nothing more than to snuff out your lives."
I mean, he's got a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Hammerhead lays out the terms here. 1v1 with Spence. If Spence wins, he's going to hand over the equipment that he took. If Hammerhead wins, Spence should hand over the floppy disk. Oh, they each got one piece of the puzzle here. The fight begins. These guys start breaking some chairs. They throw a canoe at one point. Jessica sees all this and runs down to the beach. Jessica distracts Spence for a second, and Hammerhead's able to get him into a sleeper hold.
Which is announced by someone who's watching. You hear, like, in the background, "Oh no, he's got him in a sleeper hold." Just in case you weren't sure.
That's for the women waiting for Jeopardy to come on after.
I mean, that probably does happen at every wrestling event, though, right?
A sleeper hold?
Or someone announcing
somebody in the
it.
audience.
Sleeper hold.
Yeah, you're right.
There is a weird line here where Hammerhead says, "Sleep or death, what dreams may come when you shuffle off this mortal coil."
He's deep, bro.
I guess.
He's too fucking deep for the SEALs, man.
He goes even weirder in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I like this fight, guys. I thought it was a good... They're really going for it. You can't fake it like they're doing it. It was fun to watch.
It was a real bash at the beach.
I wrote in my notes, it just says punching on the beach. So yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, I wrote down beach tugging. Beach tugging.
Beach tugging.
So
It still works.
I mean, for action TV of the 90s, the stuff's pretty fun. The explosions are great. The fights are pretty fun. Like,
I think this is why you love this. You're an action guy, and this is your time right here.
Yeah, but
this is why you love this.
There's something else there, man, and I can't wait to break through.
So, Dan, why do you love it?
Thunder in Paradise?
Yeah, why do you love it?
I have not come to terms with love yet.
All right. By the end, I want like a full essay about why you love it, because I know you do love it. I need to know why.
I will say this. After each episode, I'm like, I enjoyed that way more than what I thought I was going to.
Hell yeah.
So that's a plus.
All right. Seeing that Spence has been bested, Brew hands over the floppy disk. Jessica apologizes to Spence for distracting him. He snaps. This is why you're going to England. Always getting in my way. Kelly takes her back over to Edward. Brew and Spence start combing the open seas for Hammerhead. They pinpoint his location. Spence shoots out on his ski-doo. Hammerhead takes off on a fan boat.
Thank God it was bigger.
Kron. Come on, man.
I expected this. Come on, where is he?
Self-summon.
Where is he? He must be here.
Inception.
Oh, how you boys doing?
Oh, shit. It's Cajun Kron.
It's always tough to do these when regular Kron is doing the plot.
Oh, we understand, sir. You doing all right?
Oh, never better, Dan. Thank you.
Cajun Kron's so polite.
Yeah, he's one of the more polite
charm.
guests. Yeah,
Oh,
we have a special guest, Cajun Kron. I don't think you've met.
Oh, who is this handsome plate of beignets I'm seeing?
Oh, that's DK.
Oh,
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of your work, sir.
oh, thank you. I do not work. I drive my own fan boat around in the swamp.
Where did you cash that check, Cajun Kron?
No paper trail.
He does trades along the bayou, I'm sure.
I only deal in gold doubloons.
What'd you think of this fan boat action here going on?
Oh, it's a fucking miserable fan boat, to be honest.
Oh, damn.
The size of that fan is way too small. My fan is 8 times as big.
These were 90s fan boats, though, Cajun Kron.
Doesn't matter. You don't think they had big fans in the 90s?
I think of it like TVs, man. Right? They're probably way too expensive to upkeep a big fan like that.
No. If that's the only thing you buy.
What's your tax return for? A big TV.
Mm-hmm. That's all I buy is fan boats.
Do you even have
With
a TV?
No.
Are you filing taxes?
No.
You don't. Okay.
No TV, no tax.
We'll edit that out, so.
No TV without representation.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Every year I dump a bunch of tea into the bayou in celebration of the brave patriots.
But those gators go nuts.
Oh, when the caffeine hits the gator, it is a fucking feeding frenzy.
And then you skin them, right?
Oh, not at that point. I don't go in the water. Oh, no.
Family doing all right, though, Cajun Kron?
No family.
I thought you considered the Gators as your family.
Okay, yeah. Just a man alone, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Oh, thank you
I thought you'd have a shit ton more to talk about with this fan boat.
I told you that the fan boat wasn't any good.
I apologize. There's been some times where we've summoned and it's been great. There's going to be some misses.
Oh, you don't think this was a good stop by?
Cajun Kron, I do have a question. I got a question.
Come on, man. You've always been nice. Don't fucking BDP on me right now.
You forced me into it, and then you get mad at me.
Christ.
These are Florida swamps. Are they any different from Louisiana swamps?
You saved it, Dan. Good job.
Yeah, they're much more Just much worse. A Florida swamp.
Touristy. They're touristy swamps, right?
They got a...
That's what it is.
What do they call it? Pluff mud? They're full of pluff mud.
So you don't venture down to the Florida?
I suppose if there was some waterway to connect Louisiana to Florida, I might, but...
It's like the Gulf of Mexico, I think.
No, there's no waterway, Dan. Nobody knows their geography like Cajun Kron.
If he
Back
says
of his
there's not,
hand.
there's not.
Cajun Kron, thanks for stopping by. We always loving you.
Oh,
Give us
well,
your
thank you
insight.
for having me. Good
Sorry,
luck.
we almost snapped at each other. I'm so sorry. I'm a little.
Good luck on the upcoming voodoo episode, by the way. You're gonna...
Ooh.
It's gonna be a scary time for you boys.
I may call you back. I may summon you back.
All that shit in that
I mean-
episode is 100% true.
I mean, he has beef with Brian De Palma and Cajun Kron.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Put
Yeah,
up.
if everybody rubs you the wrong way, you should take a look in the mirror, you know?
Oh, that's true.
That's some good Southern advice.
We're gonna get
right
a
there.
2-star or 1-star rating from Cajun Kron now. Pretty sure BDP's the one trolling us.
Well, until episode 5, I guess I'll say...
Okay, yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. I knew you were coming back.
I'll say etouffee Bones, etouffee Dan, etouffee DK.
Etouffee.
Love that guy.
Man, he's the best. There's a charm. There's a charm there. Mm-hmm. Like a magnet. It's the best.
All right, Hammerhead clears out some debris. Spence hides behind a tree. I don't know why they had that scene in there. They could have just kept chasing each other, but
He wasn't even
Whatever.
trying to hide behind the tree. I mean, at all.
he kind of just peeks out.
Hogan
Didn't
is
worry
a tree.
about the. No, that was bad. That was real bad. This is the first time the show is fucked up. That was it.
The chase is back on. Spence jumps onto the fan boat. These
Did
two
you guys
start-
feel like Trigger got bigger too?
Yeah, I said thank God it got bigger
You did? Okay, I'm sorry.
because it was definitely a sizable water mobile. What the fuck are they called?
You think that was a note like
Ski-Doo?
all right,
Jet ski.
Jet ski.
inside needs to get smaller, Trigger needs to get bigger?
What did you guys think
brother.
of Hogan's jet ski stance?
It seems pretty athletic to me.
Pretty actiony.
He's like a jockey on there.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
holds
looked.
it like a beast.
A real resume Bob, if you ask me.
I thought he looked more comfortable on it in 3 than he did in 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was probably pinching his nuts.
All right, these guys wrestle around for a bit,
tiny.
but eventually they jump off the fan boat and fight in the water. Hammerhead it just starts drowning Spence when he suddenly leaves to go get a piece of driftwood.
Yeah, Thunder in Paradise done, bro.
Well, he knows that RJ always oxygenates his blood.
No, fuck, that's true.
So
Oh yeah, he'd be there
Good
for
save.
hours.
Good save.
They fight a little bit more. Spence is able to get the upper hand, and he gets Hammerhead in a sleeper hold. Now, I wrote down in my notes, I'm pretty sure that he kills him and lets his body drop into the water, but
For a good long while.
yeah.
it was
He is
also weird
unconscious,
that there
face
was
down.
a guy in the woods that yelled, "Oh God, he got him in a sleeper hole!" Like,
It's Cajun Kron, I think.
okay,
Well, he wouldn't be in Florida. I think he
Oh, that's true, yeah.
made
Wait,
that
did you-
quite clear.
Did you mention the branch punch? Did I miss you say that?
Oh, I said that he grabbed a piece of driftwood, but yeah,
Okay.
Hulk like punches right through it.
He punches him through the branch.
it's awesome.
That's where I was screaming. I was on my feet. I was cheering. This is why I love this.
Called
shit.
your family in.
Oh yeah, I did. I rewound it.
Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever watched something so insane you had to call your wife in?
I'm sure I have.
I mean, she thinks everything I watch is insane.
Every time I use the toilet. You gotta see this.
New PR, babe. Get in here. All right, having committed murder, Spence recovers the stolen gear. Thunder in Paradise logo pops up. Spence gets back to the dock just in time to catch Jessica and Edward leaving for the airport. Edward tries to drive away, but Spence lifts his car, like the whole back end of it, up off the ground. Jessica is so thrilled to see him. Spence is like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean any of that shit that I said earlier. We cut over to Brew talking to Kelly. Edward and Spence have come to an agreement. Edward won't contest the adoption of Jessica in exchange for the hotel. But also, Spence now fully owns the scuttlebutt. And Brew's kind of like, hey, that makes me your boss to Kelly. The end. Episode 3.
Good.
I thought he already owned the scuttlebutt.
He owned half of it.
How did Whitaker get the other? She didn't will him the rest of the property?
Yeah, where does Thunder fall now that she's dead? They get all of it, right?
I think maybe they want you to forget that, but that's an excellent point.
This show does that a lot. Even like shot by shot. Like the continuity sometimes is like, they just want you to forget what you saw.
In the first episode, Megan has some like costume changes that don't make any sense.
Yep, I remember.
Not to you.
Maybe she changed, okay?
They all made sense to me.
Just your luck, the one you fall for gets killed off.
You're lucky
Kelly
Nicole
do it for you?
Kidman's still around.
Kelly is no replacement to
What about Allison?
M3 Megan.
All right, you guys want to take a quick break and then hop into 4?
Yes.
Just an excuse to play this badass theme song we got.
Oof.
Welcome back, everybody, to 5-Day Rentals. We are in a box set for Thunder in Paradise. Hopefully you got your fucking Speedos on. You put some Crisco oil on your titties, and you're baking in that fine February sun. Because it's fucking paradise here, baby. Hurricanes don't cause no frown here. It's all a smile. All right? Look at that smile on Kron's face. And goddamn, his titties are going to look good after this.
Mm-hmm. I've just only been tanning those. 2 little UV lights.
You can't move. You do like 10 on, 5 off?
Try 30 on, dude.
Oh, shit.
Did you
goddamn
get like a
pepperoni,
big
baby.
old lady bra and like line the inside with some foil?
No, I just
Pop some UV bulbs in there?
I got them attached to the wall, and I just stand in front of them, arms up.
Okay. You should Blair Witch in the corner.
Hey, Blair Witching it, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything. You just Blair Witch. The people will leave you alone real quick. We're trying to get that started. Episode 4 is called Sea Quentin. We start off underwater at our underwater prison called Sea Quentin. Yes, that is a reference to San Quentin.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Now,
but it's under the sea, guys.
do you think in the writer's room they argued between Sea Quentin and Sand Quentin?
I think, well, I'm sure it came up, but they're like, it sounds too much like San Quentin.
I think the Sand Quentin guy was asked to leave the writer's room.
Okay.
Permanently.
No,
Is that your way of asking me to leave?
No.
This record? Okay.
I like the San Quentin too. But they're like, we can't get Johnny Cash. Don't even try.
Oh, they should have done like a sound-alike music for this episode.
All right, we have some new prisoners incoming to Sea Quentin here. We get introduced to Ricky. He's hiding out. His father quickly notices him, and his mother whisks him away.
He hides as well as Hogan behind a tree.
Yeah, he's not doing very well. We get the new prisoners. They arrive through the tube. The tube has to fill up with water. It all seems very...
The Willy Wonka chocolate tube.
Inconvenient.
You're not thinking about the pressure. You're not thinking about the pressure, Dan.
I mean...
You gotta equalize.
It's a little bit like a Demolition Man or something, where they've got all those prisoners in tubes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me very much of The Spy Who Loved Me, the underwater base. Mm-hmm. The Atlantis is what it's called. But it's like a family-run evil lair that's a prison.
DK, I'm just so happy I got somebody that knows the ways of Bond for once on here. I'm
a huge fan.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Bond head.
Should we ask? Let's ask.
No, we've hit the Bond. I meant
no. You already know how it's going to come out. So
okay, all right. Okay.
You should ask, but you already know the answer.
Oh, is this the argument that was from last week?
Yeah, Dan.
Okay.
Dan, you phrased the question. No, Dan, you phrased the question because you're the neutral party here.
All right. No, I'm not. You know what side I'm on. DK, the question came up. Kron just finished the Mission Impossible franchise. I think it's the first franchise he's ever finished in his life. Mm-hmm. But
I heard the chat from the first one.
Yeah. So it came up to Bond versus Ethan. Current Bond, who's Daniel Craig versus Ethan Hunt. Who would win in a fight?
Now, are you asking me character-wise or actor-wise?
I think character, right?
Character. I'd say character.
They're not afraid to let Bond lose.
And Ethan Hunt has never lost. Great point.
I love Bond, but I could see Bond losing just to the Superman nature of Ethan Hunt. I could see that. But for me, Bond wins in my dreams every time. So, I don't know.
Can't argue with dreams. I mean...
Yeah.
All right, quick follow-up. Who would you rather see live in concert, Kiss or AC/DC?
You beat me to it.
Fucking neither of them. I'm sorry.
No, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
That sounds terrible. That's the worst. I guess AC/DC. I guess.
Terrible choice.
I don't know, but I don't want to support
it on him.
I don't want to support Kiss because Gene Simmons is an asshole. I don't know.
Best part of Never Too Young to Die, though.
Have you seen Extract?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's really funny in Extract.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it, but I cannot fucking remember. Like, I was trying to think of that the other day. I was like,
he's the lawyer.
He's the lawyer. Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to slam. He wants to slam some dicks in a door or something. I got to give him that one.
He's not bad in Never Too Young to Die.
Oh, guys, I have to tell you this too. I watched Black Roses today.
Oh, hell yeah!
I just
You're having
to
a
tell
good
you,
day.
I was. That's why I'm in a good mood. I watched Black Roses today at work. I'm doing all right.
Did you love it?
Fuck yeah, I loved it.
I love that teacher can hear a paint lid hit the ground from 2 miles away.
And
who's trying to paint this town red?
He's in public. There's going to be sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he? And he knows. Okay,
it must be my 40-year-old high school student.
And how does he know whose very generic knife that is? The pocket knife. Are there initials on it?
He knows all the students' pocket knives by sight.
I love it. That's a great movie.
It is a great. I love that the band is playing 3 shows in the same city for the same audience.
Yep. And they wait till the adults leave the room, and then sexy time.
Metallica's given me 2 concerts in one weekend. So
yeah, well, Black Roses would have given you 3.
Yeah, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And a poster on your front door.
Yeah.
Damien.
I bet Lars is going faster than 2 miles an hour in his Lamborghini, though.
Well, his isn't a rental, so
That's true.
be fair, Bones.
When we get these back, they better not have even a speck of a fucking insect that you hit on those fucking windshields. You hear me? All right, boys. 2 miles an hour. All right. Ricky's mother, he whisks his ass away. The new prisoners arrive down our tube. It's Hulk and another guy. This is one of the moments where I was like, did I miss something? And there was something at the tail end of 3 that I missed? But we'll just go with it. The warden here gives a rundown of Sea Quentin. You can't escape. They got laser guns. They got these nifty little choke collars that electrocute. Violence of any form will not be tolerated. But this other prisoner just keeps fucking with Hulk the whole time.
Yeah,
they just really don't do anything.
It's an odd statement because they've been tolerating violence since these two showed up to Sea Quentin.
Pretty much. Totally just blanked.
Sea Quentin, they're fighting.
So they start fighting and they hit the collars. Hulk goes out because they hit the collars because they're fighting. He gets whisked away by the guards to his cell. Well, we cut to the scuttlebutt here. Brew is watching and coaching his guys. They're going to do a volleyball game. The kid asks where her dad's at. Jessica. Where her dad's at. Brew kind of gives Kelly a weird look, and it cuts back to Sea Quentin.
That's the stuff that I wish I had. Like, I wish I had the community of like, oh, me and all these random people that are my best friends and would do anything for me are going to have a volleyball game. Like, that TV world that just doesn't exist, you know?
This is our friends.
Yeah.
Like the show Friends. This is our friends.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, you're telling me instead of doing a huge crossover 2000s mega draft, you'd rather do a volleyball game with all these other podcasts?
Yeah.
That would rule.
Well, let's do it.
You know, Brantley would fucking level us.
He's a machine, man.
Yeah.
I'm on Brantley's team. Dan Brandt, we're doing it. The warden and Hulk, they're sitting here talking. What's up with this?
Are we doing doubles in this tournament? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I thought it was like split down the middle.
It's 2v2v2.
Oh, shit. Don't do that to me.
It's a pyramid of nets.
How tall do you think Brantley is? I think the listeners want to know.
I don't know if that's... I know. I don't know if it's...
Oh, you actually know?
Okay. I do know, yeah.
6'8".
He and I share a lot of personal physical details about each other.
Oh, okay, he's 7'2". I was lying.
All right. Is he... Well, okay. We don't need to talk about his physical appearance. I was just wondering about the heights. I wonder how the heights would
the planet should. He's a great-looking dude. Smart as hell.
Uh-huh.
Constantly correcting me on the internet.
Yep.
I mean, I play the back, he plays the front. We're going to dominate.
Shit. No, I think we should just do a 2000s draft. Change my mind.
I want the volley.
DK will win again.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, our winner of the 90s crossover extravaganza draft.
But I didn't get Blade. I didn't get Blade.
Was it George?
It was George. Yeah. Round 1, I think.
Yep.
Fucker.
He came in with guns a-blazing. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Something a-blazing.
420.
This is all a cover-up, guys. Hulk.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's not really a prisoner. He just says, this is a cover-up to make you look like a con. Because the warden asks, hopefully we weren't too rough on you back there. Hulk is there to make sure that when Hammerhead arrives that there's no way that he can escape. Hulk is undercover. If you want to find the rat holes, you got to run with the rats, my friend. Hulk explains the origin behind Hammerhead. He was a Navy SEAL with them, and he basically started being like, hey, I'm going to sell some weapons to make some actual fucking money. Fuck you guys. He put them on the open market, and that's why Hulk and Brew hate him.
I mean, maybe if we took care of our veterans, this wouldn't have been a problem. I mean, I'm not...
This was before he was a veteran.
He knows he's got nothing to retire for. You know what I mean? He sees writing on the wall.
You're going to make more selling guns than veteran retirement.
I know. My point exactly. My point exactly.
I think you guys are in agreement on this.
Are we?
Yeah.
We are now, yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Veterans start selling guns.
What do they do with their guns? Like, you see these old movies where dudes, like, kept their World War II rifle. My dad didn't come home with any guns.
That you know of.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Welcome to the bunker, Bones.
Dad's been holding out on me this whole time.
You're going to have to call the sheriff after he perishes. Be like, hey, man, you might want to check this out.
I think my dad was a hammerhead.
I don't think your dad was ever blonde, was he? Is he?
Is he into weird goth poetry?
Did you watch The Crow like every 6 months?
When Bones like enters
do they show the
house,
Crow on Fox News?
He hears the Cure turn off really quickly.
Bones comes in the door and he like wipes his face paint off.
Be out in a minute.
I'm just doing Sting. It's not the Crow. I'm doing the Sting.
Get it right. All right, yeah, he sold weapons on the open market. Hulk wants to bury him in Sea Quentin. See, here we go. The warden shows Hulk around, shows the cell that shocks you if you touch it. Ooh. Hulk then meets the warden's wife and
Sounds
Ricky.
like Dan's not impressed by Sea Quentin.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody seemed dangerous there except for Hammerhead. Nobody.
Like the prison's working.
They were holding him by the arm like, all right, let's go. Like none of them were being...
Probably all been lobotomized like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Dan.
We see Nicholson go by.
Yeah, Sea Quentin's doing a bunch of...
This is where you fucking sent me.
Off the book shit
Bitch
down
nurse. You bitch nurse. You sent me under the sea. God damn it. I can't even watch the game. All right.
Put the volleyball over the net, Chief.
Come on, Jim Neidhart. I thought you were a professional fucking wrestler. Just hit it. All right. The warden, we meet the warden, or Hogan meets the warden's wife and Ricky. We learned that his wife is trying to talk to dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think she describes her work as dolphin human innovation.
Communications, yeah.
Yeah.
And
which might know. Go ahead, Bones.
I was going to say, like, Hogan kind of nods and goes, I bet they have lots to say.
Which my note was, she's fucking these dolphins, right?
I think the
Somebody
dolphins fuck people, right? Aren't they notorious for
Yeah. They're
getting frisky?
They're horny little critters.
I think they're horny creatures.
They look horny. They just look phallic and they move in a natural hump. Look to the dolphins, people.
I think we know the guy that would have sex with a dolphin on this show.
I'm an orca man.
All right. Ricky exposes he's been reading the Hulk's file by calling him his SEAL nickname of Hurricane.
Yeah, I don't think you need Hulk down here. This kid's already cracked half the security protocols that exist in Sea Quentin. I mean...
Well, it's supposed to be so secure that this kid's just walking around just reading shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Hulk's just hanging out with the warden. All the other prisoners are like, what the fuck is this fucking guy doing?
Why did they beat him up to keep the appearance if in the next scene he's just walking around?
Yeah, he's literally watching Hammerhead come down.
Yep.
All right, we cut to Hulk being led through some of the cells. He's looking around. We cut to a good...
Should have been a scene where the other prisoners threatened to push his shit in.
Or like a maniac cop where they're trying to like slice his ass in the shower or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
You
yes.
think you're bloated now?
We cut to a good-looking lady. She's shopping. We got some terrible music going on here.
Oh, whatever.
Did anybody find out what it was?
No, I just
I
have a
meant to
soft
look it
spot
up
for these
and-
90s montage.
She's walking through the hotel. She's checking out some of the dudes that are running through. She starts checking out some sweet bikinis. We cut to Brew at the bar. He's telling Beefcake that Kelly has a friend coming to stay. She tells both of them to keep their distance from her. She doubles down, though, on Brew there with her warning. She knows what's up.
You're just asking for trouble, right? When you tell people, like, don't hit on my friend, don't do that. Like, you put that thought, it's like a reverse inception, right? Don't think of elements. What are you thinking about? Elements.
Isn't that actual inception? If you place a thought into someone's brain?
Would reverse inception be removing a thought?
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
I guess what I was saying was like that you weren't trying to put it in their brain. So I guess it's an accidental inception, maybe.
Oh, so you think
I agree with you that an inception is putting the thought in there. I'm saying like her intent was to not have him get horny for the girl.
So you think inception requires intent?
I'm glad we're having this
doesn't-
I
conversation.
think inception requires consent. Kron.
No, I don't. That's the whole point of inception. There's no consent.
It doesn't matter because Brew gives himself up in the next line. He says because he's the best at taking advantage of young girls.
What
That's what
fucking
he says.
fucking pedo wrote this episode?
Yet he can't land Kelly.
They should have kept that guy who
Guys.
recommended San Quentin. He would have stopped all this from getting in.
Not a lot of sculpting from Kelly in these last two episodes. I wonder if that went away.
I
yeah,
mean,
her-
she kind of shows her true passion later on. All right, she tells Brew here that Allison, the girl coming in, is very sheltered. She was from a covenant. She's going to be a nun.
Convent?
Convent? Yeah,
A coven?
Coven.
She was from
Coven.
got a little Satan there. One night with you, and she'll surely become a nun, says Kelly there. Bruce says she's not my type. Kelly meets Allison. She's very Catholic. Kelly asks why she didn't pack much. Allison says, well, I just bought a bathing suit. Did she ever? Because she starts taking a dip and running on the beach.
Let's not blow over that reveal.
Yeah.
It's so innocent, but so hot. Holy shit.
This episode made me uncomfortable.
This episode made me real comfortable.
In my notes, I just have a smiley face for that part.
Mine says boner alert. Brew is very intrigued now as he sees this. We cut back to Sea Quentin. We're prepared for red security protocol. In comes Hammerhead.
Now, at first, I thought this was Brew arriving for a statutory conviction.
Should have been.
What did you do? Is that what it looks like, RJ?
Where's Hammerhead? Red security is now in force. Hulk and the Warden have another conversation about how dangerous Hammerhead is. Hulk pretty much tells him to get his family out of there because something's going to go down. They go to see the prisoner arrive. Yeah, Hulk's just out of his cell, just hanging out.
Yeah, why even keep the... Like, you could have just shown up in a suit and been a...
He should shut up like a regular Spence.
Like,
But also, on whose authority is he even there?
Yeah.
Well, that's the question about the whole process of
It's so
their
stupid.
operation, I think. Hammerhead sees Hulk. Been doing some recon down here, earning your blood stripes. Just arranging your burial at sea. And guys, I did make a note in the last episode of 3 that said, "Is Hammerhead immortal?" And then in this episode, he says, "I'm immortal. You're a bottom feeder. Our paths will cross again." I was like, maybe he's gonna fight the fucking Highlander here.
Confirmed.
This is good fucking TV villain writing, though, right?
It's just wrestling again.
Yeah, it's
just
big.
It's just wrestling.
They take in Hammerhead. Hulk makes his exit. Doesn't even stay.
Is this when Hulk says, "You've always been a bottom feeder. Now you always will be"?
So yeah, something like that. Because
I
he
don't
calls
know.
him a bottom feeder.
You've always been a bottom feeder. Now you always will be.
Because at the bottom of the ocean?
But you've always been, and you will always be the same that you always were. Just say he's a bottom feeder. I don't know. Go on. I'm sorry. That line confused me.
We're back at the scuttlebutt here. Hulk gets grilled by his kid for leaving her.
Oh, you're still in the show?
Shit. Thought you were in England. Back at Sea Quentin, Hammerhead's the level of that he's on gets to do exercise. So he just starts beating the shit out of all the inmates as they're just walking around a track.
I have never understood this about prisons in general. Like, all right, you get time in the yard as a team to all conspire and get stronger. Like, doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get like having them walk, like the Red Dragon Hannibal Lecter thing, like just to move around, but I don't know. Letting gangs hang out with each other around weights just seems dangerous.
It's just
I
the
never
way
understood
always
why you
been.
had weights in prison.
You
I'd
gotta
be
get a
pumping
pump. You gotta get
fucking
a pump,
Taco
eh?
Bell.
I think
Taco Bell, McDonald's in there every day.
I think Arnie pulled all the weights out of California prisons because he was like, that's a fucking privilege.
Yeah.
Like, I think his mindset was like, it's a privilege to like train your body and like have that discipline. Like, get that shit out of there.
Get rid of the weights, put in Taco Bell.
Now you're creating just dudes that exclusively do body weight exercises, which is...
They're dying faster, and they're not a threat anymore because they can't get up.
So, Kron, you're saying you get rid of the weights, and then they're just doing the Departed style dips and shit.
Yeah. They're doing like, oh shit, what was that movie? RRR, where the guy's in that like little fucking squat cage and he just starts doing pull-ups and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of person you're creating with no weights. A man who's driven.
I did want to say that in my notes for this part, I put that Hammerhead is doing the equivalent of driving the wrong way in Gran Turismo. Which is always fun.
All right. Yeah, he starts beating the shit out of these guys. They hit the collar. His wife, the warden's wife, comes in, and she's also the medical doctor there, too. But she just wants to talk to dolphins, apparently. She notices...
she's a veterinarian, but is their medical doctor as well.
I mean, it's pretty common.
If you can treat horses and dolphins and shit, what's another species, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the same. His wife notices that Hammerhead's not breathing, and he's been hit with the collar for too long. She runs up, checks on him. He's not breathing. They get a defibrillator.
What's
You
the
never know.
hammerheads running around?
Jumped on that.
Never know. They have to use a defibrillator here. They put Hammerhead wakes up, hits the guard with the defibrillator, takes the warden's wife as hostage.
If you defib somebody's head, will they die?
They could, yeah.
Okay. Well, would it just like...
Why you
fry
asking?
Well, because it's like, I know if you hit someone that's not having a heart attack, it'll like stop their heart. But I was like, I don't know what happens if you hit...
It needs to be a specific rhythm. You can't just shock anybody. That's why, like, modern AEDs or whatever, like, you put them on, and it'll say, like, analyzing, and it might say, like, shock not advised, continue CPR, because their heart rhythm isn't.
Yeah, but if
Tells you that?
if you hit someone in the head with it, does it just, like, fry their brain out? I mean...
Yeah.
Okay.
Because those don't have, like, those are charged, boom, you're applying it.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you asking, Dan?
I was asking why Kron was asking.
Oh, okay.
Because I bought a defib. Got a fucking rowdy-ass neighbor.
Get ripped.
It needs to be...
Just asking, man. Back at the hotel, we get some volleyballs being thrown at a special guest with Whitaker here.
Why? What are they practicing?
Because it comes back at the very end of
For the
this episode.
tournament.
Yeah, but is it like everyone practice your serve with the 30 volleyballs we have at once?
Yeah. You play up against the hotel so the balls come back. So you don't have to... It's the only wall, like, structure.
I thought you were just supposed to do that in your room.
Yeah, your hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Annoy your old fucking neighbor.
Eddie
Spheroid projectiles.
Fucking
Whitaker
bitch.
and Hulk, they get into a little fucking exchange here. Hulk tells him to relax. This is where people have fun.
Eddie,
like-
baby, hang
They
loose,
like the
brother.
local color. Hulk gets a page.
Oh, sorry, brother. There's a lonely housewife who needs help putting up security cameras everywhere.
Bruce and Allison, they're getting a little close, getting to know each other. Hulk tells Brew, sorry. Hulk tells Brew about Hammerhead's requests, and he wants Thunder to escape a submarine for the rest of the inmates. But Brew and Hulk, they decide to head out to Sea Quentin. Brew and Hulk show off some of Thunder's features here. New stuff going on there. We head back to Sea Quentin. Hammerhead wants to know where Ricky is. The warden says he left on the last shuttle. Hammerhead calls bullshit. Well, we cut to Ricky. He's coming out of his hideout. Calls on one of his dolphin friends there to deliver a message. Brew and Hulk arrive. Brew runs a report to find a way in to Sea Quentin. Just then, Thunder gets an alert that something's approaching. It's Ricky's dolphin.
Oh, is this also where they show in San Quentin that, like, Hammerhead has flipped the entire... Like, all the prisoners are working for him now. How did he do that?
Well, also earlier
Power.
they said that those guns could only be used by the guards, and yet the prisoners now have them and are using them.
I don't think anybody fired the gun.
But this is one of those things where the show is just like, don't listen to what we said 5 minutes ago. This is what we're telling you now.
Yeah.
It would have
this
been
is
cool
cool
if it
now.
showed, like, the hands cut off of the guards, and they had to, like, squeeze the dead finger to use it.
I love that.
Not enough money, man.
In my reboot,
In the
by
hard...
Brandon Cronenberg.
Yeah, in the hard R
Thunderbird.
version of Thunder in Paradise.
Brew notices that the dolphin is trying to tell them something, so they dive out to approach the dolphin. It grabs Brew and takes him to Ricky in
This would be
San
fun as
Quentin.
hell.
Yeah, I think riding a dolphin would be pretty cool.
Better than dolphin riding you.
Very, very flipper here.
I'm a working man.
Hulk takes the regular entrance into Sea Quentin, the tube there.
Is that the only entrance? There's not, like, a regular submarine, like, non...
There has to be.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's what I
docking
thought
bay.
about a guard. Like, oh, my fucking vacation's up. I got to go through this tube. Fucking dive up.
I gotta go pick my kid up from school. He's sick. Load up the tube.
Damn it, Wayne! This is the third time this week. The Dolphin brings Brew into to Ricky. We cut to Hulk and Hammerhead. They're breathing heavy at each other and threatening each other. Brew and Ricky head into the water. Can you hold your breath? It's what I do. I don't... What does that mean?
He's a seal.
Mm-hmm. That he's oxygenated his fucking blood, dude.
Oh, that's true. They oxygenated their blood. Fuck. We cut to Hammerhead telling Hulk if he can make it to the warden and his wife, then they can go. Hammerhead's goons put a collar on Hulk. Brew and Ricky surface into another part of the jail. Hulk, meanwhile, is beating the shit out of all of Hammerhead's goons. Hammerhead hits the collar, but Hulk is able to rip it off of his neck. Fuck yeah, brother. Brew and Ricky arrive to where his parents are being held. Brew takes out some of the guards that are there.
Hey, wouldn't it be pretty tough to be stealthy in like soggy clothes? Like, wouldn't there be a like coming up behind you?
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought that.
Also, his stance and fighting style is like straight out of Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. He's fighting for TV, man. He knows.
Big time.
We cut back to Hammerhead and Hulk fighting. Hammerhead gets the upper hand, knocks Hulk out, tries to drown him again in the entry tube there. Brew and Ricky release his parents. Hulk wakes up as Hammerhead takes the same tube to exit.
I got an entry tube.
Where's your exit tube?
Yeah.
That's not for you.
Who's it for?
This is only an exit tube.
All right, the fight is on in the tube, in the water. Bruce sees this, takes some of the goons out, tries to release the water from the tube. The warden says the tube can't be drained because I guess the hatch is open.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hulk continues to fight Hammerhead. They float into open water. Hulk knocks him out. Hulk gets back into the entry tube. They get him out just in the nick of time before he runs out of his breath there. He's holding his breath.
Oxygenated blood.
They ask where Hammerhead is. He said he swam away. The warden's wife's like, oh, that's another like 30 feet or some shit. He'll definitely drown. The warden asks Hulk, you don't think he can survive, do you? Question mark. Back at the scuttlebutt, to the very important volleyball game that was going on, Hulk informs Brew that the Coast Guard searched high and low, but have found no signs of Hammerhead. Oh, shit. Volleyball fun ensues. Brew gets hit in the face. We got our special guest from England with Whitaker here. She's like, oh, people come here to have fun.
If you get hit in the face and the ball lands on their side, it's your point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They made it seem like
they won.
I have this note.
Okay.
I have the same note. The guys get the point.
I guess it's
So
like
they should have.
house rules, you know? They've
Whatever makes Lady Dumont happy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she comes in with having fun, and they want to see the local color there.
Told you, brother.
They're cool people. And that's episode 4, Sea Quentin.
looked like in a beach volleyball, Hulk had on a pair of denim jeans. I don't know if I'd want to wear jeans on the beach.
That's the Maverick move, dude.
Fucking full of sand. I mean...
Also, when he arrives at the beach, he identifies himself as Mr. Volleyball.
Oh, Mr. Volleyball.
He really shines, I think, in these two scenes. Like the true like Hulk persona is coming out whenever he's talking about like lighten up, dude, brother.
Yeah,
like
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, that's the truest Hulk.
Yeah.
It clearly is. He's having way more fun, and it's just easier for him to do those types of things.
Mm-hmm. Although, there's a sadness to him that we see coming up that I think he's okay at. Thank you, Dan. DK, you still good? You guys want to take a quick break?
I could be.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll be fast.
I'll be fast.
All right, welcome back. 5-Day Rentals, box set, Thunder in Paradise. About to kick off episode 5, titled Strange Brew. But before we start, a big thank you. DK, thanks for coming on, dude.
I'm so happy to be here. So far, I've had a really good time. And this episode in particular was... I can't wait to talk about it.
This is a DK episode.
It is. Very much so.
Very much
For
so.
sure.
Yeah, man, if I have one takeaway from my podcasting experience, it's the friends I've made along the way. You're one of the best of them, man. I appreciate it. Nothing but support.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you other guys are all right.
Yeah.
I think you're cool.
That's all I've ever hoped for.
I think I think they were kind of hoping I'd make friends with somebody else, so I'd leave them alone. My luck, I'll get a text next week though, and they'll be like, "DK's replacing you. You out."
It would not be 5-Day Rentals without Bones. Come
It'd be
on.
me and Chris talking about comics and shit.
I would love to hear you just shut him down sometime.
No,
Yes.
I do find that him and I are starting to clash a little bit, and it's fun. I hope he knows that I'm doing it in fun. So.
Also, if you replace Bones, we can retitle the show. I mean, if it can't be
Very
5-Day
true.
Rentals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will consider it, yes.
Options always there.
Consider it.
Wheels are turning. I know those looks, boys. Episode 5, Strange Brew. Guys, when you know it, this thing stars Terry Hulk Hogan, Chris Lemon, Carol Alt, Ashley Gurrell,
Who?
and Patrick McNee.
Did we talk about Carol Alt?
I don't
I
think I know her
What
from
else
anything
has she
else.
been in?
Well, let me tell you about her.
Okay.
Okay.
This is from her website. She is an international supermodel, actress, entrepreneur, raw food enthusiast, author, and host of A Healthy You and Carol Alt on Fox News.
What?
Yep.
Is it like
So my dad does know her.
He knows her. He definitely knows
definitely
her.
knows her?
Because your dad recently started eating a lot more raw food.
No.
Just meat.
My dad's the type that goes, "My food eats your food."
Okay.
And I say, "Yeah," and I cut out the middleman, you fucking capitalist.
Hey, you can eat a handful of raw beef. I mean,
My dad says they don't make dirt like it used to. Okay.
Let's not continue with that one. That one's...
My dad says, "Oh, my blood sugar is low. Let's eat. I'm hungry."
Yeah, my dad too. That type too, man.
The other night, my foot was asleep when I was asleep.
That seems like a convenient time.
You were both well rested.
And I had a dream that I had the diabetes and they were going to have to cut my foot off. And it was so real. Like, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
You better get some of those special socks, friend.
The copper.
and sorry, Dan, I hate to tell you, but that wasn't a dream.
Oh my God.
Kron's been sneaking in at night, throwing a tourniquet around your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to slowly kill your foot with necrosis.
I mean, I've woke up and my arms have been asleep. Because asleep on my arms. But not my foot. That's...
I
weird.
I usually have that problem. Like if I have 2 on this side and 3 on the other, like
ladies.
The 3, that's usually too much. So that one I make sleep on my chest.
Yeah. I sleep
guys-
on one. Like, actually on one, yeah.
I'm a vampire sleeper. Like I do the do you guys do this thing? And your wrists sort of start to just like turn into a mummy and everything falls asleep?
I'm jealous of that because that means you're on your back. Right?
Yeah, I can do it.
I can't.
I end up on my back. Yeah. But if I start on my side and it's a flamingo, so one leg's up and one leg's down. Yeah, it's weird.
I sleep on my stomach, which I've always heard is like the worst position to sleep in. So
how do you angle your head? Like, is it just like fully flat, like on the side, or like do you try to find a way to let it?
I go straight down into the pillow. No, it's like one cheek on the pillow, so you're like looking.
I lay on the mattress. I'll push the pillow up against the top of my head and lay on the mattress.
And I've been yelled at
Daniel
about this
Plainview
before.
Style.
I do often sleep without a blanket or sheet. Does anyone else do that?
I'll kick it.
It's my understanding it's actually better for you if you can sleep without a blanket or anything. That means that your body's regulating better. Like, for the most part, like even in the summer and spring, like we are programmed because of how we're swaddled and everything to want the sheet. But like a lot of those like podcast hack exercise dudes, they talk a lot about like use very minimal blanketing, keep your room as cold as possible.
I've never heard that before. It's just comfortable.
Yeah.
I just figured since we were talking about sleeping, I'd bring it up.
Yeah, we have nothing else to talk about.
No.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a leg out guy. Like I got to do that one under the blanket, one out.
Oh, big time.
My wife is feet out. She can't have feet covered. I thought it was kind of weird.
But
she feels
constrained.
Yeah.
To your point, DK, I realize that I clench my fists a lot. Like I'll be sleeping on my side and I'm realizing like why am I doing that? Like I'm trying to go to sleep, but
I've started to do a thing where I put my hands under the pillow and I make a point if I'm sleeping on my side to put them flat. Because I do that same thing. I do that curly up mummy hand.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that, but
hey Bones, the burglars are just waiting for you to unclench your fist before they break in.
That's probably what it, dude.
Oh my gosh, shit, he's got it on.
2 nights ago, our cat goes into the room, lays with Sam.
Bruce.
I have to kick Bruce Wayne out of the room before I go to bed because about halfway through the night he gets up into her hair. He won't stay on the bottom of the bed. So the last few nights he's been pushing the door open. DK, I was telling you, like I have an old house. You have to like really crank the doors in to get them to lock. Yep. And if you kick him out and you don't push it all the way, like around 2 a.m, he'll kick the door open real slow. And I usually have to get up, throw him out, lock the door. About 4 a.m, I heard creak, creak, creak. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And it sounded like somebody sneaking up. I was like, what the fuck? And then the door opens and I turn and there's a fucking figure in the door. No. And I shoot up and Sam's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, you scared the fuck out of me.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay. I mean, it turned on so fast. And I think it was because she was trying to be quiet, but I heard the sneaking and that was enough.
That should make you feel better that you detected it.
Yeah.
So if you were ever in that situation, you would know.
Yeah, it should make her feel protected, right?
Yeah, it should. Really quick. That happened to me once, but it was I was really drunk, and I was hanging out with my wife, and I was getting ready for bed, and I was this is at our old house, and I was like, oh, I got to get the laundry out before I go to bed. I got to get this laundry. It's in the basement. I opened the door, and the light's already on, and I'm like, oh, I guess I must have forgot to turn the light off when I came down here earlier. And then someone walks around the corner and starts to walk up the steps, and there's like this shock feeling that you feel. It's just like, it was crazy. I was like, someone's in the basement. And then it was my wife. She'd already gone down there. It scared me so bad.
I used to do it before I had children. I would, if the front door, like if Rachel was out with the friends or whatever and I was at the house, I'd just fall asleep on the couch watching movies or whatever. And the door would come up and I'd, But now that children come in and out of my bedroom
Yep.
at all hours of the night.
It adds a layer. I know what you mean.
Okay.
It's not that weird to wake up and there be someone standing there.
Yeah, it's like
Dad.
I can hear somebody walking. It's a child.
Yep.
I did this once and she shut it down, but I went down into the basement one time and I was like, "Who are you? What are you doing in here?" Like, I just started to yell that, and Sam was like, "Fucking stop it."
Oh my God. You're giving me anxiety.
I'll go on the back
I was like, I
deck
thought it
in
was
the
funny,
morning.
but she did not care for it.
Well, I'll go on the back deck in the morning and I'll be like, "Good morning," like really loud. And she's like, "Who the fuck are you talking?" I'm like, "I just say it so you think I'm talking to somebody."
All right.
Episode 5.
Yeah, that was our sleep segment.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Casper Mattresses.
Oh,
Thank you.
God, 360, Dan. All right.
Talking about ghosts and sleeping. Casper Mattress. Damn.
We got
podcasting.
We got ourselves a pretty lush swamp, fellas. We got skulls on spikes. We pan around. We see this very
Kron
scary
boner.
looking, dreaded dude. Mm-hmm. We got a deal going down.
Hold on, Buns. Does anybody remember the wrestler Papa Shango?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. Whenever I first got the glance of this guy, I was like, no way is this fucking Papa Shango. Who is also, I believe he did The Godfather later on when he was wrestling. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. So I got super excited there.
They really missed an opportunity because it really should have been Papa Shango.
I wonder if there was animosity that he brought Sting in, but didn't bring
Papa Shango?
more other people. Yeah. But we see a guy in khakis who at first I thought was Vince McMahon. It took me a second to realize that this wasn't. The guy looked a lot like Vince to me. They're swapping money for something. This dude wants to test the powder first.
How much
Get the
money
hand over.
did this guy bring? It looks like $2,000. I mean,
I
it
think
looks
it's
like...
Well, we're told
30?
later it's 250,000.
Yeah, it was not $250,000.
Well, let's see. If you had it all in 100s, what would that be? Remove 2 zeros. So that's 2,500 $100 bills.
Yeah, he had like 20.
$30K.
It's TV money, man. It doesn't matter. That's more realistic than if it was like a giant duffel bag. Is it Dodgeball where he makes the joke? Like he buys them off for 100,000 and he like opens up it's like a lunchbox. He's like, it's not as much money as you think it is. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, they swap this over. Guy starts to test it. It's like a coconut looking, very old school, vial with a cork top. He pops this thing open, pours it into some liquid, starts giving off this pinkish purple smoke. We get something approaching though. Our dudes run off. The guy who handed off the powder, he gets called a thief by somebody before getting blown in the face with a bunch of powder. This guy passes out. Our khaki man.
I want to blow powder in someone's face just once in my life.
Hey, there's somebody out there who wants powder blown in their face. Mm-hmm. All right? Just get on Craigslist.
Craigslist, yeah.
I just got to find her,
Maybe that's a problem. You're restricting half of your potential search area.
So, I mean, if it's just the powder thing, yeah, let's get a guy in the mix. Why not?
Okay. So our khaki man, he runs off. Wouldn't you know it, he's got to get into a small rowboat and row to a bigger boat. Now, makes sense, right? You can't dock that big boat. Pirates had to do that shit. But it is funny how much of it that they show. He just manages to get into his bigger boat when we cut back to our scary, dreaded man whose eyes turn red and the boat explodes. And
Fucking crazy explosion.
a giant explosion. Like, I think it's a bigger explosion than the fucking cargo ship explosion in the pilot, quite honestly. And they show it. Man, it's a good 30-second, multiple shots. I'm all for it.
Yeah, Demolitions guy fucked up that day, and he used like 3 episodes worth of stuff on this one shot.
He said he fucked up. I don't know. Maybe
he's like, this is my last day.
Well, that's why
Don't make it count.
That's why the 1 in 3 is just a smoke bomb going off.
he now works for Rammstein on their fucking
Hell yeah.
stage show. We're at the Scuttlebutt. We got Brew jamming with some reggae band, man. He's laying down some keys. He's fucking leading this thing, pointing, calling out cues. We got this stellar front lady. She's dancing around, singing.
Anybody recognize her?
Trelawney?
This is the same actress that played the girlfriend of the first
Villain?
2 episodes guy.
No.
The villain in the... Yeah.
Shit. All right.
Bringing them back.
They liked her that much, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kelly informs Jess, and by proxy us, that this lady is from the Purple Pelican. Kelly convinced her to come over because not only is she a fucking great singer and dancer, but she's a barbecue extraordinaire. Her name's Trelawney. Brew starts speaking inappropriately. There's some cultural appropriation here with his vernacular. It doesn't age very well. And then he orders a virgin drink. So is this the first time we find out that, like, I don't know, is he on a program now after the Allison situation? Like, he's got to
Yeah, he had
maybe
to
lay off the booze because he's making some...
He had to reevaluate his life decisions after.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like his own drink in the first 2 episodes? Didn't he say something about his...
He orders a drink in the third one, for sure.
Or maybe she says like your go-to or something, maybe.
Yeah. The only time I can remember in the pilot, like, he steals that beer and chugs it in shock when RJ and Megan announce that they're getting married.
Well, that was probably 3 years ago in the timeline of this show. So
That's true, yeah.
I think it's 2 weeks, Kron.
He's going for that shit, buddy. All right, so we also find out that Jessica might be coming down with a cold when a motorcycle with a giant sidecar shows up, pulls right onto the beach, parks right up next to the Scuttlebutt. Brew is immediately concerned. Says, this isn't someone you experience, or this isn't someone you know. This is someone you experience. It's like trench warfare.
That motorcycle coming down the beach, it looked like it was pretty fucking shaky for whoever was driving it. It was like, oh, shit.
Do you think the person who's supposed to be driving it in the story is actually driving it? Do you think that's why they have that leather helmet that they make her throw on?
In fucking Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah. So
105 degrees.
Brew tells Kelly that this lady almost married Spence. Brew can't stand her. Her name's Rita. In the distance, we see RJ starting to walk up. He runs over, tries to dissuade RJ from talking to her. But Spence approaches. What brings you back to paradise? She says, my husband's missing. His boat exploded at St. Lucian. We get a quick shot of Trelawney, showing a face of concern. Rita says her husband was a medical researcher and she wants to hire Spence and Brew to find the lockbox. She'll split the cash. Cut to Thunder. Brew and RJ arguing over taking the job. Hurricane says, it's for Jess and Thunder. Brew doesn't fucking buy it. But he was able to, I love this fucking input. So he was able to contact the lockbox manufacturer, get what the medical compound of the lockbox is so he can set his scanners to identify it. Thunder should just be fucking looking for the Titanic and other shit, right? Like, just like that. If you can develop that technology, just fucking look up buried treasure, dude.
Hadn't James Cameron already found it by now?
I'm just saying in general, but yeah, James Cameron found the Titanic.
Do you think James Cameron fucked that boat?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
The ultimate boat fuck.com.
I'm sure that was a big draw for him, going deeper into the ocean than anyone ever has. Like,
Well, I found it.
Yeah.
So now I have to fuck it.
Yeah. Now I get to fuck everything down here.
James Cameron has fucked Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
And now he's fucking us with Avatar.
Yeah, he wants to get to another
I liked
planet so he can
I liked it.
fuck something there.
Guy's a good fucking filmmaker. Just make more. That's all I ask.
What has he
Just,
made?
just give me a True Lies in between the avatars. That's all I'm asking for. One for you, one for me. One for Blue, one for me.
Still haven't seen Avatar 2.
It's pretty good. They dive an incredibly real-looking seafloor. They find the box pretty quick, but they are immediately jumped by, dare we say, zombies?
They're just guys that were down there.
They're just hanging out down there, I guess.
Just guarding the lockbox.
Taking a walk.
One of them uses
Took a wrong turn.
a sling spear to shoot Brew in the arm. RJ pulls it out the correct way, by the way.
Was that Brew?
That got shot?
Yeah, was that like a stunt double? It did not look like him. Like he had like longer hair. And
Do you think they actually shot a stunt double?
I don't know. I watched it twice, and I was like, I don't think that's him. I don't know. Check it out later on.
Yeah. We got a Thunderball, which is an underwater fight, by the way, Kron.
I have this in my fucking notes.
It's a Bond reference. Yeah, I've seen that one.
It kind of looks like nothing in this scene. I mean,
This is no Thunderball, that's for damn sure. But
Thunderball's not bad.
so, I don't know about you guys. I'm starting to ask myself, do these guys that they're fighting need air? Because this fight goes on for a while. These guys kind of hold their own. Eventually, they sort of swim away. RJ holds him off. He gets Brew and the box. They get up. Back at the dock. They open the box with Rita. No cash.
doesn't Brew like pass out? I mean, you got shot in the arm, dude. I mean, it's not like a,
Let's test it.
it's not like you got defibbed in the head. I mean,
I've already said that I would shoot Kron with an underwater, what is it called? Spear gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Kron, would you let him do it if it was a slingshot? Like a sling spear and not a
no,
gas-powered one?
no, I don't
Come
think
on,
so.
don't be a fucking wuss, dude.
You don't. No,
Just do it, dude.
fuck that.
Come on, dude. I'm not that strong.
Okay, so Brew, he starts bitching about how he almost became a human shish kebab.
I don't kill every bird with a slingshot that comes to my backyard.
Well, it's because you scare them off by yelling, "Good morning." There ain't no birds.
I sing.
Shish kebab. Like, that joke went away, right? I feel like that was like with quicksand. Shish kebab was a big, like, 80s, 90s joke. It's like a funny word.
When's the last time you've been to a barbecue or anything where they made shish kebabs that wasn't your parents' house?
Shit. I was like, yes, yeah, nope. It was at my parents' house.
It's always at your parents' house, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, yeah, my parents always make shish. I'm like,
Parents fucking love shish kebabs, dude.
anywhere, any barbecue I've ever been to has never, ever been a fucking shish kebab.
Now, you two are fathers. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say at my biological mother's wedding night, they made shish kebabs, and then her brand new husband got drunk and sat in a chair in the yard all night by himself.
Eating the shish kebabs?
No, just drinking. That relationship did not last.
That's from Midwest Illinois.
Oh, it was Missouri.
Well,
Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like Dan's every Friday night. I mean,
Just drunk in the yard
All
in a
night.
chair. And like the kids would come up and be like, "Danny, how's it going?" And he's like, ugh. On his wedding night.
He wasn't even hanging out with his lady?
No, I was.
damn.
Ah, fucking
Weird guy.
Midwest till death, baby. You gotta love it.
All right. No cash in the lockbox, but what they do find is that little vial of powder.
Most candy, baby.
time to
Yeah.
blast off, brother.
Yeah. RJ's just like, let's see what this is, and just pours it out on the fucking table.
Dumps it. Yeah.
Brew's like, what was your fucking husband into? Are you sure it was medical research? Let's give it the old college try, shall we? He's about to fucking Serpico this shit. When
MIT.
Trelawney interrupts, and she's like, whoa. This shit turns you into zombies, dude. The living dead. The lowest form of voodoo. She continues on while...
It's a pretty high form of voodoo if you can make a dead person bend to your will.
It's a high form of regular magic, but lowest form of voodoo.
Do we know anybody who knows anything about this voodoo?
Crawfish. Fan boat.
Oh.
Swamp. There he is.
You boys...
Twice in a night.
You boys double dipping.
I'm sorry, did we wake you up, Cajun Kron?
Yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, we're on a different time zone than you.
We were just,
time?
how do you sleep? We were just talking about sleep position. How do you sleep on that fan boat?
I don't sleep on the fan boat. I sleep just out on the shore.
Okay. I hope you don't take offense to that I assumed you slept on the fan boat.
I got you know how people have water beds? I have a sand bed.
You got crabs?
Oh, you already know I do. I've been doing some dirty deeds, Dan.
Let's talk about the sand.
Oh, I've gotten and given crabs.
I'm sure that's an
I think that's how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
If only crabs was a one-way situation.
It is not. That's the poor women who I've been with.
Okay.
Crabs are like the lowest form of STDs, though, right?
I think it's the best one to get over.
It's like zombies. It's the lowest form.
Yeah, but any STD is like a high form of disease.
I mean, isn't it a high mark whenever you do get an STD? That's a good fucking night, right?
You were in the shit, buddy. It's a Purple Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what those are for?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I misunderstood what the Purple Heart signified.
I got a medal and a drip.
No wonder I got a whole wall full of them then.
Most decorated member of the Louisiana National Guard.
Most decorated Cajun.
Cajun Kron, is there any voodoo that goes down there?
Oh, the swamp is silly with voodoo, Dan. I mean...
So you believe in all this?
Oh, I've lived through it. Not only have I lived through crabs, I've lived through plenty of ancient hoodoo magic.
Has anybody ever, put a curse on you?
Yes, I am under several curses at the moment. Most prominently the one who cursed me with crabs.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the one that summoned you to this podcast, but...
Well, that too. You keep calling me in here, and I am powerless to resist.
I'm sure you're trying to itch.
It's the lowest form of podcasting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, this is rock bottom. Hopefully we can all pick ourselves up and do better.
Cajun Kron, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
I guess I'll just say etouffee Bones, etouffee Dan, etouffee DK.
Etouffee, buddy.
Thank you very much. Get some sleep.
All right, Trelawney goes on. Bruce trying to laugh it off, but she says that this powder goes through your skin and into your soul. Hurricane, he's taking off. Bruce like, what the fuck? Spence is like, work's done. Time to go home and clean off. And he reveals that he and Rita got a dinner date. Cut to the restaurant. Hogan in his finest leather jacket and
His
bandana
outfit.
combo.
Oh my
Rules.
god,
So funny.
It makes his sadness all the more pathetic.
For real. It does. He's got like a leather jacket and like a denim undershirt, right? And then the black skull cap. and he's sitting at a restaurant with a big glass of wine,
sipping on some wine. Yep.
Well, it looks like there's just a waiter staring at him, like just watching him.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, like, I don't want this fucking guy in here.
Yeah, you're counting his drinks for sure. All right. So Rita's not there. She's running late. Kelly shows up. She tries to get Spence to leave. She's like, come on. Trelawney made some jerk chicken. We can watch some old combat reruns. Rita shows up.
Is that just footage from the war?
That's body cam footage, yeah. I believe Combat was a old TV show, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it was. It's combat with an exclamation point.
Combat!
It's all caps, I believe, and an exclamation point.
Wonder how many purple hearts those guys get.
How many you got time for?
All right, so Rita and Kelly, they start to jab here a little bit. Particularly Kelly at Rita. She's not a big fan. Finally, RJ's like, I thought you were going to take care of my daughter. Tells Kelly basically to fuck off.
Yeah, who's watching my kid?
Yeah. So
I've got her locked up in a hot Florida car right out front.
it's a motorcycle side bag. She can open it to vent if she needs. All right, we cut ahead a little bit into this dinner, and Rita starts to go on that she says, listen, I was scared. I regret leaving you on the altar, but a toast to new beginnings. She calls him out about a race that he lost to her. He complains that it wasn't a fair race. She says something about running into a bunch of chickens or some shit, getting covered with feathers.
Yeah, this story is really just about how he killed a truck full of poultry. Really, I mean,
He looks so
somebody's
cute,
livelihood.
You look like a feathered Easter bunny. What the fuck is that? Easter bunny doesn't have feathers. It's Jesus in disguise.
Oh, that's right.
Shits out chocolate eggs.
So, Brew is putting Jesse to sleep by reading some zombie poison
with a
research to
sleeper
her.
hold.
Someone in the background yells,
Oh, damn.
He's got her in a sleeper hold.
God damn.
He starts going on. Turns out this powder will stop your respiratory and cardiac effects.
Can I get this shit to sleep at night, please?
Oh, dude, give me that MJ Propofol treatment. I'd love it. There's no better sleep than that of surgery. You guys ever had surgery?
No, never been worked on in my life.
Yep.
Oh,
I had my old esophagus tightened. They got in there and they cranked it down and oh boy.
you got
It's the tightest.
You got the Madonna?
It's the tightest you've ever seen.
All right.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
You had to. Why did you have to have the surgery?
That's a personal question.
No, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Oh, I love to tell people. I had a hiatal hernia. Oof. And so basically I was going to get cancer for sure, like throat cancer, because the stuff was coming up all the time. I was miserable. I couldn't sleep. I would have heartburn all the time, like just nonstop. Like my basic state was heartburn. So they did this. They tightened the valve. I can no longer burp. So that's a weird side effect that I was not expecting.
I'd love to have that.
No. You can drink like one beer and then you're like, oh, it's just terrible. You need to be able to burp. Burping is amazing. You should cherish your burps. I get jealous when people burp.
You should hang out with Dan more.
Yeah. You know how many I have to cut out of this fucking podcast?
Shit ton. I burped while you were telling me this.
I miss it so much.
You ever see where they poke the cows to relieve the gas? That shit is gnarly. Starts putting out a fucking flame because there's so much menthol. Fucking methane, sorry. Menthol.
Man, so many Mentos.
They're smoking a fucking cool.
Yeah, there's
then
some
then
guy
Biden
harvesting
charges
it
for it.
Fucking cows are cool as shit. All All right. So in this reading, basically, this powder makes the person think that they are becoming a zombie. All right. You fuck up the brain and the nervous system so much, you bury them, and then you dig them back up. They think that they're real zombie, but they're not. They're just under the effect of a drug. This starts Brew to think. He exposes his wound from the spear. He starts seeing a whole bunch of fucking worms and shit crawling around in it. Freaks out a little bit.
Oh,
Pretty gnarly.
whatever book he's reading, I want a copy of it.
Yeah.
Just
Also, cool effect shot of the arm and the wound and the things.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're okay. So the insert shot of our dreaded guy earlier, it's pretty obvious that was secondary because he doesn't move. It's just a singular shot with like the red eyes and everything. But a lot of the production value on this episode I thought was pretty good. Like the explosion, really cool stuff, the effects, particularly for like 90s TV. All right. So
is there not like one moment of like was it claymation?
Was there his arm?
Oh, there's that skull that comes up like later. Is that claymation? Did you guys catch that? There's like a skull. I think it's like the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Turns into a but the way it forms is like possibly claymation. It just looks badass.
You think that was a tippet?
I don't know what it was, but it was awesome.
Phil Tippett, no Oscar nomination.
It's never going to happen because those people are never appreciated.
How many Pixar movies? I guess. All right,
Everyone,
anyway.
Minus
not Lightyear.
That had a gay kiss in it, dude.
Oh, that's right.
It's the devil.
Fucking sad state of affairs. St. Lucian. We got a drug ritual. Chunka, chunka, chunka. We got a reading of the bones, feeding the fire. Chunka, chunka, chunka. We're at Rita's hotel room.
Rawr.
She's kidnapped by our dreaded voodoo man. RJ is told by Brew that this shit is real, dude. Brew thinks that the spear was dipped in a zombie poison. Scientific fact, brother. We're up against the forces of darkness here. Brew freaks out again, sees himself covered in snakes. RJ's like, that's enough of this shit. Tries to throw away the book, throw it overboard. Not overboard, they're on a dock. It'll still be overboard. Into water. Brew's like, no. Listen, dude, I'm the fucking sanest person you know. And I'm telling you that this shit is real. There's something going on.
He says, I'm the sanest person you've ever known.
Yeah.
All right.
You're taking voodoo advice from Hulk Hogan.
It could be true just seeing Spence. Like, that truly might be the sanest person he's ever known.
Yeah. Trulawney shows up. She says, sweet boy speaks the truth. She says, come with me. She leads them to Rita's hotel room. It's empty, and it's covered with all these ritual fucking zodiac drawings and shit all over the walls.
Whitaker
She's getting charged extra for that.
Whitaker is going to be so pissed when he sees this room, dude.
All right. Trelawney says that the guy that they're looking for is named Francois McCute. McCute, I think.
I heard it as Macoute.
Macoute, okay.
I don't know. It sounds like Macoute to me.
Yeah. Because of the Francois, I wasn't sure if Macoute was with a Q or a C.
Oh yeah.
So
that would make more sense.
I think I have
You're
it as
right.
Macute, but I think I'm just gonna go with Macoute.
I think it's pronounced McDuck.
What was that fucking RoboCop duck that they had in DuckTales?
Swimming through gold coins.
Hold on. This is
what I'm
duck
talking
related. Duck related. When episode 3 came out, Mighty Ducks 2 was #1 in theaters. I looked this up.
Wow.
So, there's your duck fact.
I kind of want to start a quack chant, but
Fucking
afraid you guys wouldn't join in with me.
I would totally do it.
fucking knuckle puck those fools, dude.
Flying V. That's what they needed to do.
Was Knuckle Puck 2? Was that Keenan who brought the Knuckle Puck?
Yeah, didn't you say 2 was the #1 movie?
That's what was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 1. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Kron. You're absolutely right.
He got a
I didn't-
DWI, so he had to coach hockey.
That's the first one, right?
He
Second,
knows when the ice is safe to drive on.
are
Gordon
they in
Bombay.
college in the second one?
No, I think it's world contention.
It's some kind of camp or something in the second one. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Because they're playing Iceland, right?
Yeah, it's like a world like hockey league or some shit. It's like the Olympics almost.
I still want to know what that robot duck was called. He had like one wheel.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
You know what I'm talking about? DuckTales? Did he cross over with Darkwing Duck as well?
It would have made sense, but I don't know for sure.
Was that the original MCU?
He might have been a butler or something for Darkwing. Or a servant man, as they're called sometimes.
Okay, listen.
I remember,
We were taking a break earlier, and I was like, why did I say servant man?
Fucking up's part of this show. I just straight up said, wasn't that two? And Kron had to say, he said two, dipshit. Like, you get used to it.
I think Darkwing Duck had a badass intro, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like thunder and lightning, and he's like silhouetted. He
Yeah.
looks fucking awesome. Yeah.
Like, if you told me Gladys Knight sang the theme, I would not believe you because it's like that good. I gotta look up this robot duck. I'm telling you, he had like a robot
think of his name.
suit, and he had like a one wheel
One
on the
wheel.
bottom.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Darkwing Duck.
Get your kids on that shit. All right, she warns him about this Francois guy, and she says he just wants back what's his. She gives RJ something to protect them from the wickedness. In Thunder, Bru's starting to freak out. RJ is able to kind of calm him down for a second. So Bru's thinking like the keyboard's disappearing, all this weird shit's going on, but they push through enough to get hyperspeed, baby. They arrive at St. Lucian. Bru freaks out some more. RJ quotes SEAL Command number 6. He's a danger to the mission if he leaves the boat. Bru concedes. They dock the boat, and RJ just meanders off into the fucking village. Nobody questioning this giant commando just walking on their shore.
Doesn't he also tell Bru, though, who's like clearly freaking out? He's like, dude, just take the boat and drive it into like deeper water or something.
Yep.
You got to go circle the bay. That's what I had. I was like, you got to just go circle.
I don't know why you would trust this guy
Donuts.
to operate the boat by himself, though.
He knows it could take over and do it itself.
Yeah. We're deep in the swamp. RJ just happens upon what he needs. He finds Francois. Like, there's no real mystery. They just sort of, I'm guessing that's the satellite that guided them where he needed to go.
Sure.
Okay. Francois appears. RJ immediately offers over the powder for Rita. They let Rita go, but they decide that they want RJ because we've never met anybody with your stature. You'd be quite useful to us. Melee ensues. Our two run away, but Rita's distracted by all the skulls and shit and ends up running right into Francois. He uses some magic to make a grave appear, which RJ trips into.
Badass.
Yeah. Francois hits him with some powder. We get a cut here. We come back. We see the zombie goons are burying RJ. He wakes up. Wouldn't you know it? Looks like Trelawney's charm helped him out there.
But he can instantly dig it, but he has to make his guys bury him. Fill it in.
Yeah.
You have to recharge the magic.
I won't question it.
Bru tries to meditate to refocus his psychic energy, just generally chill. Assumes a nice meditative position on the deck there.
Bru, it's autopilot. Kill yourself. Listen to your records backwards.
Don't fuck your boat.
Stop fucking me, Bru.
JFK Jr.'s coming back, Bru.
Bro, you are the Zodiac, bro.
God damn it.
Bru falls through the deck of the boat.
They showed that in the pre-episode, like on this episode of Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
And I shouted. I was like, what is happening in this episode?
When that preview hit, I was like, Jesus.
I have a love-hate with those because I don't want anything ruined, but they're so quintessential 90s that I love them. All right.
Sea Quentin Central. Never mind. Go on.
You're close.
You're going there.
You got it. I'll call it. All right. So Brew now imagines himself at the bottom of the seafloor here. Now, this is where I warned the other two. The exact timestamp that you can see the safety diver's hand reach in and pull the air hose out of the way, just on the left side of the frame. I appreciate it. Brew's freaking out, but he comes to eventually.
The amount of underwater stuff is wild. It's incredibly good. Like, there's so much of it, and the actors are doing it. I just don't think you would get that in a modern show. I mean, for obvious safety reasons, but it's really cool that they did that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also couldn't pack a boat full of, I don't know, 90 pounds of TNT and fucking explode it.
Or like Hogan in the tube in the last episode. Like, that shit is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think also, for the most part, these episodes are ending positively. Like, and they're self-contained to an extent. Mm-hmm. And modern TV doesn't have that. Like, modern TV ends on a downer or a cliffhanger to, like, just keep you going. Like, I can't think of any show now that I have any interest in watching that is, like, this truly episodic adventure, you know?
The confidence of Thunder in Paradise to be like, they'll be back next week.
Like, maybe Hammerhead's dead, maybe he's alive, who knows? We'll find out in 10 episodes, like...
We'll tell you or we won't. That's up to us. You just sit down.
Mm-hmm. Did you start Last of Us yet, DK?
I haven't. I know that's going to be a crushing emotional toll.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it more than I thought I would.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. All right. Inside his grave, RJ says to himself, Trulawney, you just got a raise. And then I was like, oh, shit, that's right. I guess technically she works for him, right? Because Kelly hired her.
Oh, now that black magic is afloat. Yeah. We need her.
So I wonder if Trelawney sticks around. This would be interesting. Is voodoo going to be a regular element of Thunder in Paradise? Now, listen, we had family drama in episode 3, right? We had science fiction, Sea Prison, episode 4. Now we're getting voodoo. Only 5 episodes in.
5.
Dudes.
Where
the hell are we going to go?
Thunder in Paradise has it all.
Do we go to space? Are we pulling a Fast and Furious? Are we pulling a Bond? Are we pulling a Mission Impossible 8?
Him and Brew hold hands as they drive Thunder over the Grand Canyon.
Are we going to get the gay kiss?
I wish.
my God.
Honestly, it would be so cool if they did. If they had the guts to make it that.
That's just the last episode.
Oh, I would love... Oh, that would be so fucking cool.
It was a good ride, brother. Love you.
Don't call me brother. Call me lover.
Call me Mr. Spence.
Brew starts freaking out. He's starting to see a floating head of Francois. Get out of my head, you sick freak. RJ hulks his way out of the grave, starts kicking some ass, body slams one of the goons into the grave, some spin kicks. Francois attacks and RJ gets him by the throat, but Francois morphs into RJ. RJ isn't fooled by this for too long before he knocks him out. They see Gordon.
I just have to, anytime anything ventures close to Army of Darkness, that's a bit of a I'm bad Ash and you're good Ash moment. They could have really played with it, but probably too expensive to make that effect work.
Yeah, and not just a whole lot of Hulk body doubles out there.
No.
So, yeah, RJ and Rita, they're running away. They run into Gordon, Rita's husband. RJ takes mercy on him and just throws him over his shoulder, carries him to the dock. They call into Brew for a pickup, but Brew is losing it. Prepare missile launch. What the fuck? The computer targets R3 on the dock. Oh shit. Brew tries to stop it. Ain't voodoo just Nintendo for the brain. He fights through this shit. Remember, he's the sanest person anybody has ever known, brother. He's able to modify the trajectory of our missile, leads it right into Francois and his crew. Another great explosion. Brew picks him up, divers in the chamber. They take off. Guys, this boat is fast as shit. And one thing we didn't talk about, I don't know if it's episode 3 or 4, the awesome, like, bow rigged camera shot that they would have is fucking cool.
Yeah. Like turns and shit.
Yeah. We're at the scuttlebutt. Rita shows up on her bike. She chats with RJ. Gordon will be fine. RJ gives her the engagement ring that he had originally given her. She freaks out for a second. He says, don't get all wacky on me. Not what you think. It's on a chain. On your finger, it's for love. Around your neck, it's friendship. He calls for a rematch. First one to the tiki statue. They hop on their bikes. Rita puts her leather helmet on so the stuntman can take over. You get some cool action shots here. You get that 90s gray grain that looks like the opening of Becker. I don't know how else to describe it.
Jesus. You're fucking aging us here, bro.
RJ wins the race.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that the music sounds like actual road rash music. And they're doing actual road rashing. So, you know, he should have been a playable character in Road Rash is all I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
You just really need to watch That's Never Too Young to Die.
That's DLC for Road Rash.
You know Holgan's taking up quite a bit of your fucking hard drive, dude. That's a big download. That DLC. Shit don't fit on no disc.
Oh, yeah.
RJ wins.
No wonder the first race they had went so poorly. They're bobbing and weaving all over this damn road.
It's aggressive as hell, dude.
Neither one of them can drive a straight line.
This is some Sons of Anarchy type shit, man. Okay. One final longing look from RJ. He smiles and drives off.
I thought he was going to drive right off that cliff. Just keep going.
We end with Rita taking the ring off the chain and putting it on her right hand. Episode 5, Strange Brew.
What will her fully recovered husband say about that?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Just a question.
You'll never see him again, so it doesn't matter.
If my wife's ex-lover had to save me and throw me over his shoulder, I would understand if she would.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm going with this guy.
That's fair.
Like,
that is fair.
Okay, yeah, you got it. I'm going to give you that.
Did anyone else get the vibe during this episode that maybe right before the credits, Shang Tsung would show up and invite them to do the Mortal Kombat tournament? It really feels like.
I could see that.
The outfits, everything.
It should.
Just like a 5-hour long
crossover
prequel to start a Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
So the outro song on this show, I looked up. You can actually find the lyrics. I'm not going to sing it, but I thought these lyrics were pretty great. All right. When the sun comes up in paradise, the girls look pretty. Ooh, they look nice. I can smell the cocoa lotion in the air. Cool brews cool brews blowing everywhere. Better start running, 'cause there's a hurricane a-coming. Thunder in paradise, messing with him is like rolling the dice. Thunder in paradise, when you fool around with him, you're playing with your life.
That's fucking badass.
You don't get that shit now. You don't get that now?
Every time
we did it, dudes.
Every time we watch one of these, I have the stupid little like thunder, thunder in paradise. Like, that'll be stuck in my head the next morning every time.
Oh, yeah. Because, well, the week that we're covering this, I'm watching a Thunder in Paradise every day, like in preparation. So, I'm right there with you, dude. But I love it. And I love
One
you
thing
guys.
I didn't mention. I keep talking over you. I'm sorry.
No, that's
one thing
the name
I
of the game.
didn't mention was that the amount of spaghetti strap shirts that men are wearing in this show is incredible.
Hey, you can save money on T-shirts and put that towards explosions.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
in
just
paradise. You don't need a shirt.
The fashion is incredible.
It's got to come back. Brew wears a pair of pants in the pilot that I want so bad. They look so comfortable. I could give two shits about the design.
I told you guys this is what I'm designing my Hot Boy Summer for this year.
Okay.
That's what I'll be wearing.
I'll be joining you.
Thank you, DK.
I found a Merc Cruiser cap, but it was like $40 on eBay. I was like,
Buy it.
I don't
That's a
know.
little much.
That's a little much. And it's just like a trucker. It's like a mesh. I mean, it looks like it costs $3 to produce.
The judge's wig that I bought for the Best Little Whorehouse episode. Yeah, I fucking sent that shit back. It was like, it barely fit. I wore it for an hour and a half. Yeah, I refunded that shit. Never again.
You better hope we don't have to do another.
There's no way we're coming back for that. It was too contentious. No way.
George had to win his first one. Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds like
I think it's time, dudes. We're not rating or anything.
Nope.
That was 3 episodes. That was a lot.
Yeah.
DK, you were a champ coming in here.
You guys are the champs.
I take
I'm
that
seriously-
as a bad omen.
No, listen, it's going to get worse.
You coming for the title?
No, you can have the title.
We get any worse ratings, I think we're going to quit. I think the people have spoken.
Just give me the ones, please.
Now this is going to bring the thousands. This is going to bring just so many people, that just the vast majority of probably the earth and its people to your show. I think people are clamoring for Thunder in Paradise.
This is the content that people want, right?
Yep, and you're providing it. You're the only people brave enough to do it.
I've seen some people out there covering the pilot or covering some of the movies, but
Yeah, but they're not strong enough to go
deep
through
dives.
with it.
They're not oxygenating their blood and
They don't know how. They can't do it. Only you guys can.
making people sit for 3 hours.
Our blood alcohol content is ridiculous.
through the roof, dude.
We can last.
All right, well, let's let DK go. Guys, that was 3 episodes of Thunder in Paradise. We'll be back in a month. The episodes 6 and 7, that was Thunder in Paradise 2, right? Released as a direct to video there. So
Maybe they'll bring Megan back. God, I hope.
Can only hope, Kron.
let it go, dude. We're under Rita now.
I fully feel like this show could bring Megan back.
Wouldn't be surprised.
She was running covert ops in England or some shit.
Oh, dude, she's like working for fucking Hammerhead now. She's like brainwashed and shit. That'd be cool. That's
you'll
some real
find out.
Fast and Furious shit. DK, once again, let everybody know where they can find you.
Just go to Twitter. I know Twitter sucks, but go there to find me. It's at Dkrefft, Dkrefft. You can find my music. You can find podcasting, all kinds of fun things. Check that out, please.
Is the new track's up? I mean, I know this because I have it, but pretty fucking good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've had a really good time. We have more of that coming soon. The Home is Midnight project that's being worked on actively right now. So expect some more of that pretty soon.
Hell yeah. Support that Bandcamp, dude.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you very much.
for Laundry Dan, for Kron Howard, I have been Bones. Come back next week. Dan, what is it? Remind me?
We are going to start a new category, folks, called Direction Erection. We are going to do the films of Mr. Walter Hill. We're going to start off with Streets of Fire. So come and join us for that. It's going to be a good time. I think we only have a mystery on one of our other picks, but let's keep it that way. So,
all right.
Streets of Fire next week.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, guys. Later.
Bye.
Wait.
Splash and burn.
Splash and burn. Shit. I said later, like all cool and shit. I forgot about the whole thing.
You could just stick it in there.
Yeah. Splash and burn.
Splash and burn.
The Servant Man.